of Menardi and Zhaohai in the club in China, and Zhaohai's watching City of the Wolves videos. So, hey, you know, sometimes people just obsessed with some fighting games. That's what it comes down to. The grind is real. And also, shout outs to HB Shogun for the $10 direct contribution. Old man games forever.
Yeah, the portraits. Remember, there's two different artists here. Although I did hear Nishimura, is it Nishimura or Kishimura? Like drew both of them, but the other one in the Ukiyo art style. But I'm not sure what the validity of that is. But basically, one is in the SNK style, and the other one is in the Capcom style. There's a roll cancel right there.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I saw the roll cancel, I was like, wait, that doesn't work in EO, and because I've played so much EO rank.
Oh, dude, when I first loaded up CVS2, I wanted to practice roll canceling to see how well I could do it, and I couldn't do it at all. And then I was like, oh, I'm on EO.
Yeah. Also, we have to talk about this. This is a rare S groove right here. S groove, Honda, Bison, Blanka. You don't really see S groove a lot. Obviously, you have like people like Dr. 3 who kind of like popularized it, I would say. But the thing is, S groove is possibly the worst groove in the game for most people, in their opinion, right?
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing about S groove too is that it works. Like some people can do well with it, but it only works for specific characters because most characters' dodge attacks are like kind of worthless.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But then you have someone like Cammy, and her dodge attacks are like really good. For example, I think Bison had a really good one because I think one of them was a standing medium kick or something like that. But it only Esper really only works with certain characters. See that heavy kick out of the dodge attack didn't hit anything. Oh, yeah. Okay, it hit that time.
Yeah, Akai though, he misses his confirm from the lights. He could have done level 3 from words. I think maybe he tried to do level 3 kind of like the Phoenix Super instead of the Fan Super, because the Phoenix Super does a lot more damage compared to the Fan one. So maybe he got greedy with the damage right there.
My girl Maki. One of my most proud fighting game moments is Nuki telling me I had a strong Maki.
It's CVS2.
Yeah, in CVS2, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what group did you play Maki in then?
I was playing C Groove at the time because I always played C Groove.
Okay.
I'm just a C Groove guy, so I even played Morrigan in C Groove. How stupid am I, right? So
no air dash, you just get regular dash.
Yeah. I liked her regular dash. I thought it was really good. Yep, she can punish that.
She could do some cute stuff with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Cadmium kick, great poke. Yeah, using the run. Wow, that hit as a cross up from the off the wall. Blanka. I mean, the dodge, even though certain characters, like you mentioned, have like really bad dodge attacks, the problem is a lot of people probably don't know how to beat S groove.
Right. Yep. And you know what's funny too is that you can actually dodge into dodge. Like there's a cancel window that makes it so that like for example, if Geese did Raging Storm, you could actually dodge with perfect timing and be invincible that whole time. Similar to that, Honda roll canceling thing we were talking about, but you can throw it obviously, and it's more committal. So yeah, you can definitely punish that.
Not gonna lie, this Akai guy, he has a sick ass team. Matching, he has like a waifu team. They're all wearing red as well too. So he got the matching game going on. This guy's a man of culture, I must have to say.
Dude, color coordination. I mean, like I remember it was in Marvel 3 where the color coordination really became popular. Right? I mean, did a lot of people do it in MVC too?
Yeah, they did, for when they had the custom mixes.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
When that became a thing, he did custom mixes. So yeah, I think color coordination became more of a thing when Marvel 3, like you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Senor Bunk, get those breadsticks and get that Toscana soup, man. Go for it.
And the one thing about Akai, his gameplay is so interesting, and then it's like so different. He has ratio 2 on point with mine.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so it's like the crazy part is like his whole team is not really, they're not really kind of like strong in their like meter way. They're all very like point character type of situations. right? Where so my ratio 2, Maki, Athena, like usually like what are you gonna do with Athena as ratio 1 anchor? You know, that's the interesting part. So I love the fact that this is like I'm a casual player maybe, and I just like to play the characters I want to play, and that's what CVS2 can do with you, especially with like this version arcade where roll cancel is a factor. We've seen Akai do roll cancel already a few times.
I mean, ratio 1 F groove Athena was pretty scary.
He was. I remember that there was. I think the Evo trailer had a clip of this. I don't remember the guy's name. I just remember he was S group player just spamming the Athena super.
I know the name began. I'm pretty sure it began with the letter P. I can pull up the trailer at some point in time, but yeah because in S group when you're in your flashing light like that, as you can see at the top, the flashing light only shows up for S group players because then you can do level 1s for free.
Do you see?
Most of the level.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, most of the level 1s aren't good, but Athena had that one where she could shoot the little tracking ball. Peachy, there you go. See, I knew it began with a P. There you go. Thank you.
Peachy.
Yes.
Was he from Seattle? I feel like he was from Seattle. Maybe, I don't know. West Coast for sure. Yeah,
again, that was like that Evo, which was the UCLA Evo, where they lost all of the direct feed footage, and we had to rely on the community to get match footage for the DVD.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that was a thing actually.
Yeah, see, level 1, no invulnerability right there. So S groove right there. Even though you're at low health, you do the level 1, you just get beat up all day.
That's crazy because the level 1 Blanka super has a little bit of invincibility, but I guess at that point it didn't. Like if you tried to meaty him, level 1 would have won.
Right? Yeah.
But because it hit from like a distance and everything, and also Athena Crouching Fierce is one of the most degenerate moves in the game. If it did the same amount of damage as Sagat, it would actually probably be better than Sagat. Because look at that! Look at her go with that crouch heavy punch.
It's cancelable, isn't it?
No, it's not cancelable.
Okay.
But you can link 2 of them in a combo.
That's right.
You can do crouch fierce. On block, on hit, it's amazing, right?
And you know, I'm gonna be biased here, but I swear, like from a lot of these SNK characters, like sprite-wise, this is like some of the best that they've looked in CVS2. So
no, that makes sense. Another thing is all of Guardin, he actually changed his order. He had Blanka ratio 2 first game, and now he counterpicked with Honda ratio 2. It worked out for the most part with Blanka taking out the ratio 2 Mai and the Maki, but this Athena is cooking. 3 bars, crouching fierce, cycle ball all day, throw.
And rolls too. That's right. Roll. Me and Silentscope actually need to suss out all the roll data because at Genesis we were talking and we started discovering that like we had like inconsistent roll data, like frame data. We need to figure out what it is.
I think I saw you guys talk about it and somebody said it's the same for every character, right? And I don't believe that's true at all.
No, it's not. It's not. Me and Scope sussed that out. Like we got confused on what the other person was talking about. So no one said they were all the same speed. So
okay, I just remember somebody saying that, and I was like, nah. Certain roles are privileged. Like, you know, that's why roll super is a thing with specific characters. Like, and other characters don't have good roll supers. Like, there's no way you're gonna land Kyo roll super against me compared to like if you're like a Honda or a Sagat roll super.
LDO1, I'm gonna have to correct you on that one. In CVS1, I see what you're saying. Yeah, every character was assigned a ratio. No, you're correct. So every character was forced to be in a ratio. Like Cammy was automatically ratio 1. Blanka, for God knows why, was ratio 1. Yamazaki was ratio 3. They were guaranteed, and you could make any team that added up to 4. And the craziest thing is, I remember at the first CVS1 tournament at Southern Hills Golfland, most people were doing 2 ratio 2s and stuff. And I ran in there with the 4 ratio 1s, and I got second place. I put Vi into losers, and then Vi beat me in grand finals. But I definitely was one that I definitely popularized the 4 ratio 1s in Southern California. So
James, do you see what I'm saying? Ain't no way this Akai guy just took out Athena and replaced with Hibiki. Like, he almost reversed OCV with Athena. And you think your Athena was the problem of the match? Oh my God, I'm so worried for you right now because why would you do that?
Maybe, his Hibiki is even scarier.
No, bro. Take out Maki. Maki didn't do anything. Okay. But you know what?
Maki's the best. No, Maki's the bae. Let's go.
Athena was cooking. I mean, his Mai finally won, and also he changed Mai from ratio 2 to ratio 1, which is really good. The counter pick though with Hibiki is really good because Hibiki is one of the blessed characters that can punish Honda Headbutt on block. Because Honda Headbutt on block is pretty much safe. But specific characters with fast like normals like Vega, Hibiki, they can punish it.
Yeah. God, in CVS1, I played all the characters, man. Like in ratio 1, but like I played Vice. I played everybody who could counter Blanka Ball because that was important. So I had like Vice, Cammy. I think I had Benimaru on my team at one point in time.
You have to be EX Benimaru though. EX Benimaru was godlike.
Yes. Yeah. So I switched it around on the ratio 1, but that game, I mean, that game and this game, when it was 4 ratio 1s versus 4 ratio 1s, this was the slowest game in the world.
Oh yeah, it was like a 30 minute match at least.
Dude, I joked one time that I told people to download a match video between me and Duck Doe, and it was just a JPEG of me with Vice crouching on one side of the screen and Duck crouching with Blanka on the other side of the screen, because that was the whole match. We just crouched. We didn't do anything because none of us could attack.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. This time Akai's Mai actually cooked. I'm kind of curious to see if Maki's going to cook this time, but you know, I think Akai got a good understanding because that's the problem with S groups. You might get gimmicked out a few times here and there, but eventually once you figure out this dodge strategy, how to throw it like on the activation, and also how to avoid this Honda headbutts, like that really changes a lot. But yo, all of guarding, he is guarding with that headbutt right here. Don't stole it.
Yeah, and Akai had a mistake. He accidentally did one of those guard cancel rolls and used up one of his end group stocks, and then he activated and died, so he just lost that stock. So he's coming in here with only 1 stock. But like you said, Hibiki can counter the Honda headbutt, so
yeah,
see how he goes.
Yeah, Hibiki, yeah, that right there, that move is golden. You can't even do Honda headbutt anymore, and you have to just worry about butt slam. That's kind of the only move you worry about. Yeah, that's guaranteed punish every single time. Easy.
You have that standing heavy punch with Hibiki, so if you can react to that butt slam, you can catch that out of the air.
Oh, that's true too. Oh my god, wake up command throw as the reversal? Oh, that's gonna kill! You're dead!
Yo, that's the level 3. He was in flashing health, and he had a full S group, and he got the that's a level 3 only super.
The pandemic happened, a lot of people will start playing a lot more, you know, older retro games and everything because of rollback and fightcade and everything. And even Japan, they have played so much K-Groove that it really is on par with A-Groove now. You know what I mean?
Well,
so it's pretty strong.
If you don't want to roll cancel, this is the only groove that you could really play at this point, right? So if you don't want to get good at roll canceling, also if you play the EO rules, I was talking to Silentscope and Windyman, and K-Groove basically dominates the EO meta, basically.
He does. It's really hard. Like when I'm a C-Groove enjoyer myself, and I must say it's very hard to stop K-Groove because it's like they're going to be guaranteed at least 2 level 3s per character, right? And that's already crazy because if you think about it, anytime you combo level 3, that's at least guaranteed 50%. So you could kind of technically just rely on the mechanics of K-Groove to kind of like carry most of the time.
Right.
So yeah, it's a big threat right there.
Yeah, one of the biggest things about this game is the meter. You know, making sure that you land your meter and get the full worth out of your meter is so important in this game. Like if you can somehow bait the meter out of the opponent and they get no damage, that's like a big win for you in this game. But like you said, K-Groove gets more meter than everybody else. So
yeah,
you know.
And plus you get your life back. Anytime you JD, you get also a portion of K-Groove in general. Right. So that's already huge. And the best part about it is when you see them red, in your mind, you're going to be like, I'm scared. He's red. He's raged. So you know what you're going to do naturally as a human? Back up into the corner, right? You're not going to go fight on head on. And that's kind of where the guard break situation happens and a lot of counter hit situations. That's kind of where K-Groove kind of like takes advantage because it's really hard to fight. Unless you're A-Groove, right? And you're like, bro, I can activate anytime I want.
Oh, finally got rid of that Hibiki. Hibiki was doing a lot of damage. Hibiki's one of those characters that does very, very well because of the range that she has. She fights Blanka well, but obviously Blanka's at the end over there. Nice. We got Cammy pressure in the house.
Yeah. Nice Cammy pressure. You know some people were posting frame data, and I was telling people how I don't know the frame data from back in the day. Obviously now it's completely different with the modern games, but I am 100% sure that frame data was just busted back in the day. So Cammy's stand heavy punch is 4 frames startup, but plus 10 on block. Like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Sakura is a 2-frame jab, but plus 8 on block. That's what I saw Saber posting, and I'm just like, yeah, frame. There was no magic number back in the day.
Right. To be fair, the standing jab is not actually 2 frames. It's 2 frames by old nomenclature, which they don't count the first active frame. So it's actually a 3-frame button by today's frame data discussions.
But plus 8?
Plus 8 is ridiculous.
Plus 8? The only time I remember something plus on that was Karen Street Fighter 5 was light kick plus 4-frame startup plus 3 on block. Plus 8 insane.
Was it Raven in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, like in the first season? In the first year, didn't he have a stand jab that was like plus 7 or something like that?
Everyone had a plus million jab in the first iteration of Cross Tekken. You remember? It's just jab, walk forward, jab. But I mean, CVS2 is also very popular with kind of jab, walk, jab pressure. It's very, very hard to stop. Even Sagat's one of those characters. You could kind of do standing jab at least 4 times before the opponent gets kind of pushed out, right? And usually you want to end it into crouch heavy punch afterwards. Oh, Blanka tried to go for the level 3. Eminent, he might not be able to get rage here unless he JDs. But, I mean, TakiTonfa is doing really good. Guard is kind of hurting almost at Eminent side.
Oh, but look at this. Oh, wow. I actually didn't think he was charged in time, but the back hop, obviously you can charge during that. So well done. And so he's going to take it with a classic Blanka versus Sagat at the very end here. And again, for those people who are not familiar with CVS2, obviously this is a team-based game. Just like KOF, when a character dies, the other character only gains a tiny bit of life back depending on how much time is left on the clock, right? So the more time, the more energy you get back. And so sometimes you get matches where a player named Steve Harrison knows that he can't attack, and his opponent, some guy named Justin Wong, knew he couldn't do much, so they just sat across the screen from each other for 99 seconds. Have you seen that match before, Justin?
No, I don't think I would want to watch that match. That sounds kind of boring, I would say. But, shout outs to Jeffrey G for the $5 direct contribution. Chorizo Hautizer to win it all. I probably butchered that name wrong. I know how to say chorizo, but the other next word, I'm sorry I butchered it, man. But yeah, hopefully he wins it all, bro. Thank you for the $5.
Chorizo Howitzer. Oh, Chorizo Howitzer. There you go. Yeah. The howitzer is like a weapon, I think. So.
I think it's like a character name from a random game called Galaxy Fight for some reason. I just remember it. I don't know. I think that's one of the characters' name or something.
I know
maybe
in
I'm
Capcom
wrong.
Fighting Jam, there's Hauser, the dinosaur, right?
The dinosaur. Ooh, okay. And then, you talk about Hibiki. I actually think Bison does really good against Hibiki, especially if he has the K-Groove Rage, because anytime Hibiki lands the combo, they put her standing, but you can actually do specific supers to punish it on hit. So you have to be really careful. Psycho Crusher super definitely can punish it on hit, so you have to be careful with Hibiki. That's why you see TakiTonfa not poking with the special move yet.
All right, so also I think the names are backwards this time because they switched sides. At least that's what it says in the chat.
You're right.
So,
You're right. Stand Fierce. Hibiki, also another character, one of the best anti-airs in the game. Such a great anti-air. Oh my god.
She's
Stand Fierce, Crouch Fierce.
She's a very defensive character too, right? I mean, she wants to block a lot of your stuff and counter with that with the range on that quarter circle forward light punch.
Yes, the slash is amazing. Anytime I think about Hibiki, I think about kind of like Bucktooth, right? Bucktooth kind of popularized running Hibiki, especially with N Groove. But K-Groove Hibiki is also pretty darn good just because of the rage alone, right? The fact that she gets 2 level 3s, that means she gets kind of 2 versions of using her Deadly Rave, right? Where you can cancel from stand medium punch or crouch medium punch. So and it's also super plus on block afterwards, so you could kind of go for overhead or throw after that.
And it does look like Eminent did decide to change the order of his characters over here. I mean, oh no, wait, I'm sorry. It was TakiTonfa that has the Sagat. Sorry, I had the wrong side there.
Yeah. No worries. Oh, no, just defend though. You gotta just defend these fireballs. Get that free meter. Oh, you gotta be careful though. Sagat is raged, but Eminent is not scared. But he spends it.
Oh no! Oh shoot! He's lucky because he was gonna go for that hooligan no matter what. So
yeah, nice. I like the neutral roundhouse anti-air. That's also another thing that's super underrated in this game is like using neutral buttons, right, as anti-airs. Yo, shout outs to Dr. Sauce for the $10 direct contribution.
Dude, Cammy could have did so much damage off of that guard break. He did the stand heavy punch, which should have just linked into crouching medium kick, crouching forward. What? This is an old game, dude. I'm using the old words here.
Yeah, she could do stand fierce, crouch medium kick, but I think at the range she might not be able to get Spiral. The Spiral is kind of weird in this game where like it's a little bit slow. It's kind of more like a spacing trap, but if you want to combo Spiral, it has to be kind of like one hit, like a stand fierce, or even if you're close enough to do 2 lights into it. So if that's how Spiral Arrow really is, kind of more of a poke instead of a combo tool compared to like 4, 5, and 6.
It's more super turbo style basically.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
You can see her dive kick is also, you know, she has a dive kick in this one, very strong, not super easily punishable, but she doesn't really ever get like combos off of it either when she gets
she does not. Oh, nice Blanka anti-air, but Blanka is losing so much life, already losing half life. You gotta get Cammy out of here so you can get enough rage to kind of just like fight against Sagat, right? Especially ratio to Sagat.
The nice thing about this is Cammy's not going to get the K-Groove meter at any time soon because, whoa, that was not what anybody wanted there.
He might have tried to go for up ball, but it just happily worked out that he anti-was standing medium kick.
Nice. Okay. Well, now you've got to take out a whole ratio to Sagat. And, you know, this game still had some of those supers that once they started, you couldn't block in time, you know, with a lot of the level 3s. And so Sagat's Tiger Raid super does hit low, and so watch out now for like empty jump into level 3s and catching standing.
That's true. The hop jumps with Sagat, especially in K group. He just threw the super out. The Haohmaru. What did he think? The Blanka ball was coming out? Yeah, this is where you want to do standing jabs a lot with Sagat. If you get a jump in from Blanka, best believe you need to attack that guard gauge ASAP.
Yeah.
No anti-air though.
Eminent still with a tiny life lead here.
Yes.
But I mean, honestly, TakiTonfa has made a good comeback so far.
He has. There's 2 more hits. Oh, but now you can't even take chip damage. You do have Blanka super. Throw it out. No tiger shots in return. Nice JD.
Now he can actually. Oh what? Yo. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a bit risky, but I think what TakiTonfa's thought process was like, okay, I'm gonna Blanka ball for chip damage, right? But the problem is, even if Sagat just blocked it, there wasn't gonna be enough chip damage anyway, because Sagat still had like kind of pixel health left, so he would be able to punish with standing heavy punch, standing medium kick in that situation. So it was just a super hard read from Eminent. Because what if TakiTonfa did not do Blanka ball? Then he would have got punished for it, right? But it worked out. Now it's in a 1-1 situation.
Yeah, one thing also for people to note as well is that reversals are hard in this game. You know, Street Fighter 4 was really kind of the era where they started the you know, easier reversals. But you know, in games like this and like Super Turbo and like Third Strike, it was all 1-frame reversals, so you know, even getting the wake up DP with Sagat is not even a foregone conclusion. A lot of times you could just go for the meaty and just hope they mess up. You know, like literally you could. That was part of the strategy. You're like, you know what? I don't think you're getting the reversal out this time. You know.
Yo, shout outs to Dr. Sauce XX for the $10 direct contribution to Maturito, and also shout outs to Chong Xiong for the $5 with the comment, love Wong and Chen.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, we got a blue Hibiki now. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. If you guys are watching and you're probably like maybe not CVS2 players and maybe you're like Street Fighter 6 players, if you look at Bison's run in K Groove or any SNK Groove, this is the same run that he does in Street Fighter 6 Drive Rush.
Oh, really? I don't think I noticed that.
Yeah. I actually asked like like Nakayama-san and Shuhei, and I'm just like, hey, is this from CVS2? That's what it reminds me of. He's like, yes, good eye.
Yeah, I'll say good eye, dude. Nice catch.
Because they always have references in like every version of the game. Almost got a punish there. Oh yeah, crouching heavy punch is your best friend there.
It is very strange to me though that this whole time TakiTonfa has been using Bison in K group, because obviously Bison he's an A group, like Bison is like, strong, and then in A group he's basically top tier, right? So if you're a Bison player, most of the time you're gonna try to learn to paint the fence.
That's true. Bison. Yeah, that's true. It's also another thing is like, if you think about Bison's second best groove, it probably would be K. Just because of just run alone. His run is really good. And the one thing that TakiTonfa is not really doing a lot is that hop jump heavy kick. Hop jump over forward heavy kick is so amazing, because when you think about Bison, you're thinking about he has floaty jumps. But with the hop jump ability, his floaty jump kind of disappears, right? Because it's hop jump. So that's such a great like jumping button to abuse. It's just hop jump heavy kick.
Roll cancel is actually 3 different grooves. It's C, A, and N groove. They can all do roll canceling. So yeah, those are the 3 that we're gonna see the most. But A groove, because of the fact that some of these characters have some really strong A groove customs, A groove is gonna be the one that you're gonna see the most.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. A groove is usually kind of the more stronger one, but that's only if you have hands. You might not have hands, right? So if you don't have hands, you kind of go with the K groove or C groove.
Yep. Dude, it's funny because like I used to be horrible at roll canceling, but thanks to blinking in Street Fighter 4 a lot, like I find myself actually able to roll cancel way more consistently now.
Nice. I grew up with that there. Now you could do every roll cancel. You could do like roll cancel electricity, roll cancel lightning legs, or fireballs.
So basically, when you roll cancel, the invincibility to the roll is like considered separate. So when you cancel into a special move, that invincibility just lasts however long it would last for your roll. And the funny thing is, like, if you can actually roll,
that was good. I'll say
I like it. If you can actually roll cancel Honda's 360 on whiff, I think his whiff animation is shorter than the invincibility, so he can actually walk for a couple of frames and be invincible.
Oh wow, really? Okay.
But it's just really hard to do, right? So,
yeah, it's very popular for the roll cancel command throw. Roll cancel command throw, especially with Honda, is super popular.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing Bucktooth do it a lot with his Morrigan.
That's true. You know what's the crazy thing about these two players? They only JD when they are about to die, when they need it. Like they don't JD it like when they have full life or 50%. Only when they know they're about to die, they're like, oh well, I have no choice but to JD. So the thing is, you can kind of tell they're kind of like maybe newer players or anything like that. But I would say once they start JDing a lot more, they will become way much stronger threats, because possibly, if you're a good person that knows how to just defend. Now, okay, if I press heavy, I get punished. So I can only press mediums and lights. Oh, this is an interesting team though. We got Eagle, Joe, Geese versus P.Skelly's Ryu, Cammy, Sagat, which is kind of more of like I feel like a more traditional team. Nice JD right there. But yo, this guy, Degressi, with the JDs with Eagle, oh, he's just letting it rip. I see. It's one of those. It's one of those situations. Okay.
So, I'm so happy to see Eagle in this game. He is actually, someone asked me one time who would be my top 5 pick to show up in Season 3 of Street Fighter 6, and Eagle's one of the characters that I would love to see come back.
Oh, I agree. I think Eagle's also another character I would love to just see, just because in CVS2 he was super cool. Like in terms of combos and his pokes and everything. I think Combo Fiend was also another person that popularized Eagle in general. There wasn't many Eagle players out there. I don't even know if there's any active Eagle players still besides this guy. And then his custom combos are really cool. His C groove, like level 2, level 1 does a lot of damage. He has instant overheads. Like, he's such a sick character, actually.
Yeah. because I mean, also because I always remembered him from Street Fighter 1, obviously, and I just like was like, this is so cool. Like, he's such a cool character. Too bad he's never come back. And then he showed up in CVS2, and I was so happy.
Look at that, my man. Now he tried to press during a +10 situation right there. How dare you? Aggressive. You better respect that Cammy standing heavy punch. Didn't Eagle also come back in like Alpha 3 Upper or Max or something? The PSP version?
Yeah, he was only in the PSP version, which that one got ported to, I think it might have been the GBA or one of the Nintendo portables, but I think him, Ingrid, Yun, and Maki were not Maki, so Maki's already in the game. It was him, Ingrid, Yun, and I think there was one more are in only those versions.
Okay, yo, big shout outs to Gunther from Japan. He said this guy named Kuroda from Japan just won a tournament in Nagoya with probably A Eagle, Sagat, and Toto. So that's actually pretty sick. Gunther knows everything. I feel like in terms of like Japanese players, like because when we think about Japanese players, we know like kind of like the CVS2 tournaments that Boss holds and everything. But there's so many CVS2 like kind of like locals every week that like happens, and you have these crazy players that play these interesting teams. So I really love that.
Yeah, Gunther. It was the GBA version. Thank you, Jocko man. But Gunther, I mean, if he doesn't mind me throwing out his governments out there, Mr. David. I'll just say David. Old school. He was my X-Men versus Street Fighter Infinite fellow. We would just try to find infinites all day. He was part of the NorCal scene a long time ago as well. Ended up moving to Japan. He's been out there for quite some time now.
Yo, you know, he told me yesterday. You know, he did. I still don't believe him, but he said he has no internet, and yeah, he doesn't have internet or a phone. So he just watches on his phone because he just do stuff. And I was like, what do you mean you don't have no internet? He lives in the forest or something.
I mean, he is in Japan, so there's probably a lot of good like LAN cafes or something like that he could probably head to, maybe.
I don't know, but that's what he was telling me. I couldn't believe it. No wonder he's so good in CVS2. He lives and breathes CVS2.
Oh man.
Ooh, the low jab. P.Skelly using low jab with Sagat, but you don't really use low jab with Sagat. I feel like low jab is not the button to use. I feel like I never use that button in my life unless I do it by accident. Stand jab. That's the one. Stand jab, you recover so fast, you can link it, and it's just, I don't even know the frame there. I just know it's plus. I know they can't press a button after that.
Yeah, I mean, before when this game first came out, and before roll canceling, it was all about, what was it, Sagat and Blanka crouch heavy punches, and you couldn't do anything to those buttons. Like, whiff punishing was hard, like, we didn't really... This wasn't yet where whiff punishing became as big of a thing, you know? It was more just like beating other people's buttons with your own buttons. And even then, Sagat's crouching heavy punch was almost impossible to whiff punish because he was so far away. And so roll canceling was the only thing that basically allowed a lot of people to finally beat that move, which is why roll canceling is actually considered healthy for the game.
All right, so Blanka said stand light punch is 2 frames as well, but James, you were talking about how like it's actually 3 frames in today's standard.
Yes,
and then
yeah.
Strider Zero told me stand jab is +6 on block. I'm telling you, these frame data doesn't make sense. I don't know, like now we obviously have a magical number, but there was no magic number from back in the day. Yo, Haohmaru, let's go.
I tell people this, and you know, a lot of the new school players don't believe me, but I tell them like nobody knows frame data. Frame data didn't matter as much in the older games. It just really didn't.
I feel like frame data. I feel like it would have mattered if the internet was how it is now.
Well, so I remember when the Yoga Hyper Guide came out for Super Turbo. It's like the Bible for Super Turbo. It had frame data and hitboxes, and everyone bought it for the hitboxes, and nobody cared about the frame data.
Oh,
but
really?
It's just back in the day, like, well, since all the moves pushed you out so far,
yeah,
the frame data, you know, it wasn't about turns as much, and because everybody has like DPs or, you know, parries in other games, rolls and just defends, like it didn't matter whose turn it was. You always had some way to blow it up, so that's all you really cared at that point. So I just don't think frame data matters as much. Like if you talk to I remember talking to Jibbo Automatic. Sorry, I gotta call him Automatic. I keep calling him Jibbo, but he's Mr. Frame Data in 5 and 6, and then I watched him play Street Fighter Third Strike, and he's like one of the best in that game, and I was like, you know the frame data in this game? He's like, hell no.
Well, I think it's also because we've played so long about frame data, we just know from feel and from experience at this point, right? But like, even if I feel like if you were given frame data like back in the day, maybe things just might be a little bit more different. Like for Marvel 2, we had to know that which characters had one frame lights, because we're like, yo, how do we beat this like first attack? We can never beat. Oh yeah, Magneto's crush light kicks, one frame. So that's the only frame that I knew.
Yep.
Because it's like, okay, this is a problem. I see that this is a problem. That's kind of when we had to know which characters had specific frame data and everything like that, right?
Yeah. We did. So we got a C group. We haven't seen any of the. So if people don't know, like C group's a special ability, and it's a really creative one because no other group has access to a level 2 super. So C group has the ability to do a level 2, but then the level 2 can be canceled into a special move or another super, which increases the ability, like gives you an extra free juggle, and then you can get more combos after that. So that's one of their special abilities. Otherwise,
extra juggle, extra damage. That helps a lot too. I think also
otherwise it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife one because it's got the air blocking. It's got rolls. So it's got a lot of access to good stuff.
It's definitely the best beginner group if you're trying to get into CVS2. That's for sure. Yeah, because like I think air block is so huge. Like the fact that you can kind of like chicken guard a lot of like possible jump ins, especially like deep cross ups. So if you're not ready for anti-air, I like to just kind of jump back and just take that that air block and chicken guard from there. That helps so much in terms of defense. It's like insane.
Oh no, that goes straight up. Yeah, okay, that's gonna kill. Okay. Raging Storm! And that's the classic pretzel motion as well, too.
You could cheat that. You could cheat that motion.
How do you cheat it? What do you do?
So I do double half circle back into down forward punch.
Yeah, That's the way, that's like the fluid way to do it. Because it's really just down back, half circle back, down forward. So if you just do 2 half circle backs, it covers that whole thing.
You can go farther and beyond type of thing, right? But he's kind of like the gatekeeper, and in CVS2, he actually makes top 8 at like every USA major tournament, right? So he's definitely one of the favorites to usually make top 8.
Yeah, I think he was top 8 at Frost Faustins this year. I always give Jebailey a lot of flack whenever I commentate his matches, but he's legit a really good fighting game player.
No, he is. He was telling me how he went through like Third Strike. He took out a whole team by himself in Cooperation Cup, I think last year, which is really good.
Oh, nice.
So, but yo, this Kannibal guy, I mean, he going crazy with this Ryo though.
Dude, Ryo in any groove with the short hops is terrifying.
It's an overhead,
short hop
right?
Jump heavy kick.
Yes.
That thing is so good.
Instant overhead and everything like that. He has really good normals. I mean, he's pretty much their version of like SNK, Ryu, and Ken, right? Especially how Capcom made him in this game. So I think they did a great job with Ryo. But he obviously has kind of like stubby normals. He doesn't have like a far low forward or anything like that. He has to rely on just kind of like fireball DP and even using that chop right there. But this guy Kannibal, I mean, he is swinging for the fences, and Jebailey says, I think he found his rhythm on what to do, on how to fight this guy. Just kind of like lame him out and everything like that.
Yeah, because he's going nuts, dude. Cannibal's going nuts.
No anti-air right there from Jebailey. But I think he tried though. But the thing is, Haohmaru's jump heavy punch is like so good that you have to be so ready for his anti-air.
Look at this. We got the Samurai Showdown going up against the Last Blade. Let's go.
Oh, Last Blade. That's a super underrated game. Yo, shout outs to Mung Chicken for the 2,000, I think, yen on the super chat. Shout outs to you, Mung Chicken.
What is that? What is that?
That's a YouTube donation, super chat.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh, Sapphire also just donated $20.01. Says, dope release, love to see Jay Wong and Young Boy James.
Yo,
Whatever,
James?
Dude.
Young James? Let's go, James.
All right.
Ooh, yeah, Hibiki right there. Jebailey liking the Hibiki. This is a pretty hard matchup, I think, like for Sagat. I think it's not like hard, but it's like if you don't know how to fight Hibiki, it's hard. because her anti-airs, her defensive pokes are amazing, especially in that slash from a distance is like it's so good. You have to block it, but the thing is, if they misspace it, then you can kind of punish it.
Right. Again, like I'm kind of sad about this, but I get why. I was talking about this to I think it was like Riz1 and Silentscope and Vodka actually. The archetype that Hibiki plays, I call the Fortress archetype. Oh, she got the counter!
You failed, bro. Dude, I can't believe you didn't give me the cinematic. I'm so mad you didn't give me the cinematic. How did you get jump back, super jump back fierce? How did you get that?
He didn't have the super, right? I think it was not.
No, he had it. He was enraged. He tried, but he somehow got super jump back fierce.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't have the Fortress archetype anymore. You know, Hibiki is what I call the Fortress archetype because she could just sit there. She has great anti-air. She doesn't need to ever move forward, really. Like Honda in Super Turbo is another Fortress character. We don't have that archetype anymore because a lot of people hated fighting it. And, you know, kind of like how even like zoning characters are so much rarer these days. But I feel like in Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 6, like there are no more Fortress characters at all. And in most fighting games, you will almost never find that archetype anymore.
Yeah, I mean the closest character I could think of. Oh, we got the fire alarm. James, you gotta fix those batteries, man. Oh, okay, Rio with the chops again. But I think Jebailey kind of has an understanding of how to punish. Yeah, crouch medium punch ×2, fierce roundhouse. That's kind of like the frame trap in that situation right there. Oh, that's a big punish. Ooh, bad punish though. I think you could probably get just stand fierce into just cannon drill. That probably would have great punish. Jumping light kick, so active. Nice DP though. That was an instant DP. Super fast. Rio has an interesting jump. It's kind of, I would say, a heavy jump. Ouch! That's what it seems like a heavy jump, right? He doesn't jump far, but he jumps like kind of like the distance he doesn't travel, so it makes it harder for people to anti-air him.
Yeah, Rio, you know how he does that like little instant overhead jump heavy kick. Even if he hits you pretty early in his jump, he can still land and block, but he can cancel. So when you short hop in this game, you have, I think it was 4 frames of recovery when you land, but you can cancel that into a special move. So if Rio hits you with that early jump heavy kick, he could land in DP and beat your counter poke.
Yeah, that's true.
Clockwork was the first one that I saw that he did that to me, and I was like, he destroyed me because I was like, what is this? And so yeah.
You gotta anti-air. You gotta anti-air before the jump roundhouse hits you.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Cammy, nice string right there. That's not. I don't think that's gonna hit. Yeah, that's the problem. Cammy is just so versatile. I think she's also another character that people kind of sleep on in terms of like the top tiers because she's obviously top tier, but a lot of people just think about like Sagat, Bison, Blanka, right? That's kind of like the top 3 type of situation, right? Geese, but people don't really talk about Cammy a lot anymore.
I mean, I was really happy because, and this is gonna sound crazy to people, but up to this point, Cammy had been bad in like every game that she was in. I was happy to finally have a strong Cammy, you know. Nowadays, Cammy is synonymous. Nice! Stealing turns.
He is stealing turns. No cannon spike, Jebailey? No can. How? Come on! I want to see finest KO. You couldn't get it to me? My man did DP after block. That's the crazy part.
But yeah, I was so happy because like nowadays, Cammy is just broken in everything that she's in. I swear.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's yeah, like you mentioned, Cammy became one of those characters that's like amazingly good. But you know what I was thinking about? You were talking about how there's no more Fortress characters before your fire alarm went off, right?
Yeah.
The closest. Ooh!
Cinematic anime. Let's go.
That. Thank you, Jebailey. I appreciate Jessica because I love that super. I love seeing that super because everyone does the Raging Storm super and not that super, right? So
right.
Thank you so much for.
He's still not super like frame data crazy, so you know. But I am glad to see a lot of the old school guys here. I do see somebody named Pieces FGC. That's not Peaches with a different name, right? So.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually, but I don't think you need to like know frame data in really older games, just maybe like a little bit, just or if you're curious about it. Because now I'm kind of curious about the frame data, like for like specific like strings I do, because I'm like I know it works, right? But I want to know why it works, so I get a better understanding. Well, so that's possibly something I would love to do going back.
Yeah, also another thing that's really important to mention that Street Fighter 4 changed fighting games forever, in my opinion. So in these games here, block stun and hit stun are the same. So if you actually have a combo, it's a true block string as well. And there's a lot of links in this game, right? So you didn't have to know what this was on block or this on hit, all this stuff like that. That all changed with Street Fighter 4 in terms of Street Fighter, right? And so now it's a big deal. So again, it is more of a thing that you have to know frame data. But in this game, you know, if you do crouching strong and it's a combo into something else, you know you can do that into the same button, and it's a true block string, and they can't do anything about it. So yeah.
No, that makes sense. Man, Rugal, I love some Rugal. Like straight up, like this is I don't think this is a character that a lot of West Coast players knew how to fight until like now because of Silentscope. But this was a East Coast character, like Ron, Eddie Lee, me. We love playing some Rugal because he's kind of lame. He has a really good fireball. His anti-air is amazingly strong, crouch strong, stand strong. Crouch fierce is amazing poke as well too. So, and he has an easy short in the super, right? So I like Rugal a lot. But the problem is, because he has a low fireball, like characters like Blanka and Bison kind of smoke him because your fireball is kind of non-existent at that point because Blanka Ball and Sakura are considered airborne. Okay, we got Morrigan.
I remember reading online. They took away his genocide cutter name, right? Like I heard when he does it, he just goes huh! Now. Like,
in this version?
Yeah, in this version.
Oh, I'm not sure. I saw somebody post about like my got censored or whatever, but I didn't look too deep into it. But it makes sense, I guess. I mean, I could see why Capcom would do that.
Right.
I tested our like arcade 1-up cabinets, and they would say, hey, can you like get the developers of arcade 1-up to like remove like specific like things in the background? So I could see Capcom doing that with CVS2 as well.
Interesting. Okay. Because I'm wondering if they probably wouldn't care about swear words. And oh god, here comes Morrigan, dude. Morrigan was disgusting in this game using the end goose because instead of the run, she had that fly, and so she basically was just like regular Darkstalker's Morrigan.
Oh, this is the darkness illusion though from Silentscope. Yeah. That's rare. Usually he hits that a lot.
I think he thought he was either gonna hit more times with the close heavy kick or hit with the far heavy kick.
Oh,
and it was just the one hit on the close-up one, so it messed up.
Yeah, true. I guess if you do crouching short and a standing heavy kick instead of crouching short strong heavy kick, he would have got the multi-hitting, right? But this is kind of what Silentscope's like. Also, one of his famous characters is the Chang, right? Ooh, shine that head.
And Joy, let's go. What an interesting design for this character.
He's so cool. He's such a cool design of a character. Yeah. Especially because having both of them. And then also Chang is just really good. Instant overheads with jump back heavy kick. Right? Setting up Choi for that. But that's kind of like I have this fireball behind me, right? Protecting me. And then you gotta take my mix of just command throw, instant overhead, heavy kick, or just low forward, right? So it's pretty nice.
I guess if you turn it to the Japanese version here, it actually still says genocide kata. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
Because I still remember, because in this game, even though the throws were one single button, they still had startup, right? Throws still had startup in this game. So if you were like 1 pixel in the range and some guy hit the heavy button to throw you, if you walked out of the range, you would actually get whiff throws in this game.
You would.
It was one of the first times we ever saw that, and I still remember that whenever Rolento whiffed his throw in this game, he went shit, and like. I wonder if they censored that.
Does he say that, or is it just like mispronunciation, or like you're thinking he says shit?
Because it could be a Japanese like shit or something like that, you know. I'm not sure, but it sounded like it. So
makes sense. I mean, possible, but old fighting games are, you know, they have a lot of different stuff that doesn't fly in today's time.
Yes,
right?
yes.
All right, we got the boss stage right here. Silentscope again with the Rugal. Like I said, I love Rugal. Rugal's such a sick character. Misses the anti-air though, but I think Stand Strong is better than Crouch Strong in my opinion. But Crouch Strong is more for like if you react late, because he's such a tall character. So like you have to react early with Stand Strong.
Yeah, I was always sad that Rugal wasn't better than he is in this version because I think he's not great. He's not a great character, right?
Yeah, I would say like there's so many mid-tier characters. It's hard to say like which character is like low tier, but he definitely doesn't belong in a low tier character, but he's just straight mid.
Right? Yeah. He can function.
Yeah, he can function. He can hurt like if you do like low short, and then do wall press super and everything like that. Like this right here, this is gonna kill Akuma. Silentscope's really good at like crouching short, stand short, and the wall press super, which I think is a pretty hard motion to do because a lot of times you might get negative edge by accident, right? Or you might just randomly get shield or genocide cutter even though you're meaning to do wall press. So that's like another thing to kind of, or even fireball, right? That's another thing to worry about, but he's really good at doing that.
I mean, a lot of that, if you do find yourself negative edging, hold the button. Because you can hold short and then activate it with like heavy kick or something like that, right?
Yeah,
so that way
true.
You won't. I had to learn that in, I think it was Alpha 3, because Alpha 3 was the one where they changed it so that the jab short and strong like determine which one you did, and level 1, level 2, I like to purposely get the one I wanted. I had to like learn to hold buttons and stuff. It was crazy.
Nice. Dark Squall, oh, doesn't get the wall press, but we get the throw punish though, and that's gonna be enough, taking out Rugal finally. But now you gotta deal with Morgana. Can you block the mix? Can you block the high lows? Can you even avoid the command throws?
Yeah, one of the Evo DVD trailers that I made had a sequence of Bucktooth destroying somebody with the end groove, and one of the first commentaries that we've ever heard, right, was at that time. It was Sonic. You can hear him. He's like, "Which way to block? I don't know what side he's on." It's so good.
Ooh, get the cross up, spends the fireball, but should have spent the level 2. Like, obviously, when you think about Sakura, you think about A group Sakura, but C group Sakura is not bad. C group Sakura actually can do some crazy combos just because she has like hard links, like after doing level 2, cancel the heavy kick Tatsu, and you could follow with like stand jab, stand strong with the heavy punch DP, and she does a lot of stun damage from that. So you could kind of do pseudo stun damage combos with C group Sakura in particular.
How much you want to bet that that's probably what Chris G plays, just so he can do non-blinking one-frame links with Sakura?
He doesn't play C groove, but the thing is, he likes playing N groove. He plays N groove, Iori, and like random characters after that. But Sakura's definitely not. I don't think maybe Sakura's one of them, but it's more of N groove that he likes to play.
I'm just saying because he loves that. Oh, see, look at that. That's so messed up. What kind of a cop? And she could go for the empty lows. But Chris is always proud of his non-blinking Sakura combos in Street Fighter 4, right? So.
Oh yeah, 1000% he is. All right, but we have Sagat versus Chang. Sagat loaded with 3 bars, can do level 2 and level 1, would do massive damage right now, especially against Chang. Okay, go for the pokes. Yeah, you can hit Choi too. You don't have to just watch Choi. If you see Choi coming from downtown, you can smack him out. Oh, that's gonna hit.
Yeah, you can't block in time. Oh no, level 2 works too. Level 2 works as well.
Yeah, level 2 works as the low right there. But the thing is, man, I would have done the DP because you would save the bar for another level 2 possibly. Because even if you special cancel a DP, you're still building bar with C group. Oh, the chip damage!
Wow, I mean, C group does have, alpha counters, right? I mean, I don't think he did. I don't know if it would have worked, but
so it makes sense that people consider him the strongest at the moment. Obviously, there's other people in contention, such as like John Choi and everything. But I think Gene Wong, in terms of like being active and everything and just playing, Gene Wong's up there, right?
Yeah, I mean, Gene and Choi, they're training partners and stuff like that, right? So they used to play all the time. But yeah, Gene is just ridiculous. But I mean, the thing what you said about he would always win the first one, you would win the other 2. I mean, that's the whole veteran versus younger player. You would make the adjustments, you would figure out what's doing and change up. And a lot of times people don't have that knowledge to do stuff like that.
Oh my God, you see the rush down on this Iori though? Oh, Rash the Gaze, aka Gene Wong.
Dude, CVS2 Iori is like the coolest thing ever. Like, I never was really all that thought Iori was cool until CVS, dude. He's just so cool.
No, I actually never liked to play Iori in any King of Fighters game. But when it comes to CVS2, I love playing Iori in this game. Just because, he's the way you use him with Rekkas and everything, it just kind of reminds me of like Fei Long, right? Like you just like button Rekka, and in King of Fighters, you don't really do that. That's not what you do with Iori. You kind of just pop jump a lot more and everything with the roll activation. I mean, that's a sick confirm, because I think either way, he was gonna, if he blocked, he was gonna go into the DP and to break the guard.
That's true.
And Blanka's also another character that has a terrible alpha counter.
Yeah, if you block it, he can just go DP, and just do a ton of chip damage. Yeah, it's hard. I've never been able to do like the paint the fence, and especially the Sakura one. I can't do show. Like, but I wonder if I can do it better now these days.
Well, you know, Tyrant, he actually posted a video where you could do show one hand, with one button, with the one button special move confirmed.
Oh no, that's right. I didn't even think about that. Oh god, that's so good.
Yeah, no, it's actually crazy. I actually didn't know you could do that, because I was trying to use the one button special moves to see what I can do with it. I tried to do like one button 720, but the thing is, if you try to do one button 720, the game will just register it as a jump.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, so it's not doing 720 how it's supposed to, which is weird. It feels bugged, right? Because
it's probably actually inputting the 720, and so you just end up jumping. Oh, that was so fortunate for Snake. He actually got an autocorrect on the super. I don't think that's what he was going for, but it worked.
Hey, if you think about it, there's double quarter circle forward kick and double quarter circle back kick. Either way, a super was coming out.
That's true. Yep.
Yeah. We got the roll cancel Blanka. That is a punish. Counter hit fierce. They can do this. He can get level 2. And Gene Wong is not close to it, but I mean, roll cancel. No!
Oh, he tried.
Yeah. If he waited for electricity first and then guard cancel DP, that would have worked.
Right.
Yeah, that was kind of unfortunate in that situation. But I mean, I felt like Snake played really good actually. He got to the last character. Maybe Iori was kind of like the main problem from what it seems like, because the rushdown was a little bit insane.
Yeah, I mean that's what you wanted. So most people, like you said, is 1-1-2. Like that's the common highest level strategy there. It depends on obviously who you're fighting, etc. But that's in general what you do. But the first character, you always want to have them be that kind of super annoying. If I just get my way, I can beat you up, kind of character. And so that way, any damage you can get over one character is like free bonus, basically.
Oh, for sure. No, you're 100% right on that one.
Or you make it Bison, right? A groove Bison, because he can kill anybody at any groove, at any ratio, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, the paint defense is pretty strong. I was playing ratio 4, and anytime I fought a ratio 1 Bison, I was so scared for my life.
Yeah, the reason why it does so much damage is because the minimum scaling in this game is like the 100 damage, right? But so then at custom combos, at the end of combos, it's about quantity of hits and not damage of hits. And paint the fence hits 5 times, and so you can do 5. You're just doing gobs of damage.
Yeah, you could, if you see here, Snake actually changed from C groove to A groove, which is pretty interesting, just because and he's also playing like C groove, like A groove, Ken and Sagat, which are not like popular A groove characters, but they can do obviously customs because they have DP and everything like that.
Right.
But nice challenge from Gene, and the roll was so good. I think I saw Kyokuji talked about how you only have 2 frame window to punish Iori's roll, which is really, really hard. Yeah. You have to be so ready for it.
That's one of the reasons why Iori is so strong in this game, is because he is one of the characters with the super fast rolls. He has one of the fastest rolls in the game. And it's just so hard to punish that. I think every character has like 3 frames at the... So again, me and Scope are gonna have to suss this out. But he does have the fastest roll, at least at 24 frames. Tied with fast. Athena, Benimaru, Kim, King, and Yuri, I think.
Really? So it's faster than even Terry? Because I feel like Terry roll is like probably for me it's it feels the fastest, it looks the fastest. Because if I do roll, my rising tackle is coming out. You're not punishing my roll rising tackle. I 100% believe you're not punishing it the first time.
Well, according to the frame data that I have here in this FAQ over here, he's 1 frame slower than everybody else. So essentially the stage 24-25, right?
Okay. Bro, these cycle crushers. Okay. Yeah, roll cancel cycle crusher is the bane of my existence. I hate the fact that it's like a pretty much like scrubby get out of free jail card because like all I get is like a fierce punish, which is like whatever. But yo, that was a sick ass confirm using the level 1 there, knowing that like maybe the cycle crusher scissor kick would not have killed there, but spending level 1 for the damage is amazing.
Yeah, no.
Special treat right here. We got John Choi, the last official Evo champ for CVS2 here. And against RagingStormX, I actually fought RagingStormX last night. And this guy is really good. He's super fun. He has the hands, and he also plays like unique teams, right? That type of stuff. So I'm kind of curious to see how he's going to do against Mr. John Choi himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about the EO edition, but I forgot. Never mind. All right, let's go. But yeah, we were talking about this earlier. Yun's not a particularly strong character, but when I see John Choi, I think about Ken.
Ooh, the reset. Oh, and this is the short super though. Choi did react right there. Yeah. Oh yeah, roll cancel, wake up bunky kicks, but the thing is, RagingStorm with the delayed dive kick, that Yun custom really paid off right there. And like you mentioned, I think you talked about how good John Choi's Ken is, right?
Oh, every time I see John Choi's Ken, I just think of short, funky kick, short, funky kick.
Oh no, he's when you think about Choi's Ken, if you get in the vortex, bro, you're not blocking him. That's the crazy part.
Well, activate custom.
Yeah, I think he missed it. I think he tried a command throw. He actually missed the input for the command throw there. That's why you saw standing roundhouse.
Come on, I see a lot of execution errors from Choi, but he should have no excuse. He's probably still using his Moss stick that's like older than most of the people in the chat right now, right? With the super, I think 17 weight spring.
I think the problem is he doesn't have he no longer has access to macros, so that's probably the reason. No more macros. This ain't fight Kate anymore. That's why he's getting sauced up. And also, he actually threw out the Yun's roll cancel command throw of his regular throw. That's another thing how to beat roll cancels. If you guys are having trouble with it, you can throw it if you believe it's coming.
Yeah, well, Choi is having some trouble here. I mean, we were talking about how Yun's not very strong, but right now, the Yun seems to be doing a lot of that work. Again, if you don't... That's actually one of the powers. So, like, when I was fighting against Nuki at Southern Hills Golfland after EVO 1 year, my Maki was my first character. And that, like I said, if you just have a first character, you can get away with playing a low tier as your first character because people didn't have as much experience against the character. So you can gimmick a lot of people out with, like, really goofy things. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there's also that. Ooh, nice OTG. Pick him up into the super. But the thing is, we talked about how Yun is not that good, but with roll cancel, he becomes a threat, right? Roll cancel really helps a lot of these characters become just stronger than they are.
I'll tell you right now, like, if you talk to, like, Madge, you remember Madge, Majestros, right? Like, Majestros and me, like, we studied the hell out of this game, and, oh yeah, he's shit. Oh no, he dropped.
Yeah, so I seen the alpha counter right there. John Choi wants to save the bar, but dude, that string that RagingStorm was doing against Sagat, where he was using kind of his double kicks as like the second hit of the ender to be plus, I have like, that's actually super sick from his Kyo.
So this game's combo system is one of the most complex combo systems ever because they were trying to merge the abilities of SNK juggles and combo systems with the classic juggle count, juggle potential, etc., stuff of Capcom games. And what ended up resulting is they had to throw in all these new rules, all these things, and you just have this game where if you understood all the combo systems in this game, you could do some of the weirdest, craziest, wacky things that like have no reason that they work, but it's so fascinating. And you could talk about the combo system in this game. I could do a whole month-long series on the combo system.
No, the combos are super fun, man. Like I love doing combos in this game. They feel so fun, right? But yeah, I want to just give a big shout out to Old Crooked for $10.49 direct contribution. Shout outs to Great Game, the players and the crew that makes the stream happen. Thanks all. Lucas from TNS. Putting his hourly wage of $10 in here. Right, give him a raise, Tom. Give him a raise. Thank you for the $10 direct contribution, and also all of Guarding $10 direct contribution. Let's do EO next time. Actually,
nice. Yeah, there's oh God, Choi is just getting worked here. My God.
I think it's also another thing is that like you know, if I feel like if you don't really play against these characters and then you let them go with the crazy roll cancel and everything, and that's kind of what Raging Storm is doing, because his lunge punch is so good, especially from like a distance, and anti is good. Like he just doesn't do a lot of damage, but he's annoying. You know, he could be one of those characters that kind of tilt you. Like, do you remember Evo 2002? There was a young player that made top 8.
We saw that Choi missed that jump stand fierce into crouching medium kick lane. Now, people have been talking about the speed of this game, that the speed is a little faster than the arcade version, but it's close to the DC version. So apparently the Dreamcast version and this version are very similar. This is maybe a tiny bit faster, but they're both faster than the arcade Naomi version. And so yeah, I don't know if that's affecting some of these players right now.
Hey, it might, but you know, for Raging Storm, he's hitting everything. He's hitting all the mix, all the combos, and he's been playing rank. Like, I mean, if you look at his rank, he's on diamond in that situation, right?
You see Cammy jump back dive kick? Can you imagine that? Man, nobody has that anymore.
Okay, up, go for the roundhouse, down forward heavy kick, loop right there. One of the easiest. I guess Kyo also has an easy custom as well too, but you can kind of freestyle it. That's why Kyo is like super flexible in A groove, I would say.
Looked like a roll cancel fireball there.
Oh, that's the roll cancel record right there.
Yeah.
Ooh, wake up level 2. That's gonna hurt. DP punish right here. Are we gonna do roll? Oh, nice. Go for the throw just in case if he woke up roll cancel.
Yeah, you also see that Choi's been waking up with throw a lot, because I think he's trying to beat he was trying to beat Young's roll cancel command grab. Because like I said, they're still vulnerable to throws. So
yeah, he was able to throw roll cancel command throw a few times when it was like Cammy, but now we have Hibiki. Like I said, I think John Choi knows this match particularly because the amount of times he had to fight Bucktooth. So he knows the spacing. He knows when Hibiki's want to do the slash or when the roll cancel. Hibiki also cannot do the running slash because if Sagat just walks and blocks it, it's a free punish for low forward right there. Oh my God, the jump rounds into the reset.
Dude, he did the reset in there.
He didn't even need to do. Yeah, he didn't even need to do that at all.
Right, but I think he just did it because he wanted to. that move where she hits you with the.
We got Silentscope versus CVS2 player. Who is CVS2 player? Which old player is CVS2 player? Chat. I need to know because obviously he's not CVS2 player. He has to be somebody else that I probably know. Is this Eric Turbo or whatever?
Could be. I saw someone in the chat mention.
It's Min.
Oh, Min.
Okay.
Min.
Yeah, so CVS2 player is Min. He's also an OG CVS2 player. Definitely kind of like one of the pioneers of playing like kind of like the Japanese style of like strong A groove, roll cancel, and everything like that, right? So he's also been playing this game before the collection came out, like many years.
Yeah, another player I think who made top 8 at Frosty. I think he won Frosty House. I can't remember now. I think he won it actually. Gunther's actually saying Min is actually the second best in the US right now.
Bro, Gunther's disrespecting me. That's crazy. It's crazy Gunther's disrespecting me. If you think about results wise, come on now. Let's think about it. Let's think about it. Let's think about this real fast. You feel me?
Dude, so I was having this conversation with a bunch of people recently, and even on my chat, you know, we were talking about the GOAT, you know, greatest of all time and stuff. Whoa, Jasmine, careful. We were talking about the greatest of all time. Honestly, I have you in like top 2 basically with Tokyo, and it's just because like the amount of games you play and the fact that like every time you play it, like you're already super good at it and you don't have to keep playing it. So like Yeah, I know all these other people out here are like super good at CVS2, but like your fundamentals can't be beat. I swear.
I'm just saying, bro. If somebody thinks they're better than me, just come see me as CEO. That's all I gotta say. You feel me? I'll run the set.
$2,000. You go for that $2,000, Justin.
Hey, bro, put some bucks on the line. We'll make a YouTube video. I'm always down to run the set. That's all I gotta say. You know, there's no way y'all disrespecting me and saying that I'm not there. Ain't no way, bro. I remember. See, now I can't even commentate the match anymore. I remember somebody tilted me like a few years ago about this.
I was just joking that I get tilted easy. But CVS2 player, aka Min, doing really well here, gonna take out that Morrigan. And it's always weird because you know the more time you have left, the more health you gain. But that usually means your character didn't lose any health. Yep. It's always a weird system that they did that, you know, because it did encourage you turtling somebody out if they had less life, you know what I mean? Because you wanted them not to gain any health so that you could just kind of turtle out at the end.
Nice JD right there from Silentscope. And this is the hard part, bro. See, Min has A group custom, so he don't even need to confirm it. He just needs to put him in block and just do show, and just take him out.
Because it'll take out the whole guard part, even from full. Like, it is a guaranteed guard break for Sakura.
Yep. Okay.
Like, not even Bison can do that, but Sakura, oh god, she can't get past Choi!
She don't need to. She just has to wait, just like that. If he doesn't mess up,
look at this.
This will be a guard break, taking out all his bar. Oh, barely did it, but, you know, it still worked out. And look at the Silentscope's K-Groove is running out in this situation, but he lands it!
Got him! Blam, 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 bam, bam, bam. And Choi with the finishing touch. Now we got 3 Chois in here, right? We got Eric Choi, John Choi, and Chang Choi.
Oh wow, okay. Yo, Imagi, put 1,000 on it. Ooh, over Blanka.
Did someone challenge you?
No, I'm just throwing it out there. If you truly believes it, put 1,000 on it. That's all I gotta say. Ooh, roll cancel electricity. Go for the slide. And also, I would say this match is obviously in Blanka's favor, but Silentscope probably has fought this a lot. But the thing is, it's hard to anti-er Blanka. So Silentscope has to rely on just defend more as the anti-er and go for kind of like a tick throw possible situation.
Right. Yeah, it's a tough situation. I mean, tall characters, it's always been their weakness, right? Is the early jump attack can catch them off guard before they can even DP. You could risk trying to crouch under it, but you know that then if they did it late enough to hit you while you're crouching, you're just gonna take a giant chunk of damage.
Yes, definitely a chunk of damage.
I kind of looked this up actually. I want to say Min was the one who won Frosty Fausting, so.
Oh, I know. I know Boss will beat me. I didn't say I was the best. I'm just saying North America. I'll put 1,000 on me versus anyone in North America.
Let's go! Let's go! I love it. I love it. I just, oh man, you don't understand. I'm so jealous. I would love to be able to just do that to anybody, but I can't in any of these fighting games.
He said Boston NorCal. Yeah, I mean, he kind of honorary NorCal if you think about it. He kind of honorary. I asked him, hey, what's your USA trip look like? He's like, you know, I go to CEO, and then I'm probably gonna go hang out in NorCal to Evo. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's your home. I get it.
Dude, one of the first times he came out here and lived in SoCal for a while, ice cream is super expensive in Japan, right? It's just.
Wait, you said ice cream? Ice cream?
Yeah, ice cream. It's more of a delicacy out there. And one of the first times Boss lived out here, like, well, it's not as cheap as it is out here, right?
Wait, how much is ice cream in America? It's pretty cheap in Japan.
Is it?
Bro, if you go to Family Mart or 7-Eleven, it's like less than 200 yen.
Oh, okay. Because I was told by somebody that like when Boss first stayed out here for a long time, he went to the Thrifty every morning and bought ice cream because he didn't eat because like it was cheaper here or something like that.
Oh, I've never thought that.
Okay. So Mike says in the chat that it is cheap now, but back then it wasn't. Okay.
Bro, okay. I would eat OD ice cream every time my day ends because the ice cream in the 7-Eleven Family Mart, they have a different they have something different. I'm like, wow, look at all these different flavors. It's not just the generic chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. They got melon, you know, they got green tea, matcha. They have mango, all these different ones. I'm like, man, and it's all under $2? Nah, you're tripping. It's amazing.
Oh man. Well, Silentscope is actually playing the Morrigan here. Let's go.
Yeah, he's gonna use Morrigan just because it's like, and he took out Chang, right? Because Chang is kind of like such a big target, and it's so bad kind of against Blanka, just in general, right? But the thing is, how do you stop Show? Especially Sakura, one of the best roll cancels in the game. And what a challenge right there. Silentscope didn't believe that the overhead was gonna hit there, so he went for the command throw, but you saw Min mashing the crouching jab and getting the 3-hit confirm and the heavy punch DP.
All right. They don't actually have the CVS2 tournament in the Start GG for Frosty Fausting, so.
Bro, yeah. Shout out to Boss in the chat. Bro, Boss, you telling me ice cream is expensive in Japan? What are you talking about, bro?
A long time ago, right? Boss, you came out here and ate all the thrifty ice cream. Derek used to make fun of you for, you know, getting a little tummy. You said you got pregnant off of ice cream.
Ooh, short. Yo, Silentscope didn't have to do that. He could have just done short kick super, right? Which is an easier motion, but he went for the wall press, which was super risky there.
Yeah, but I mean, there was no reason not to use the super, because if your meter is full in K groove and you win, you start the next round with an empty meter.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Why there's actually an anti-K groove strategy is if you're about to die and they're just a tiny bit away from filling their meter, you taunt, because taunting gives the opponent meter. So you purposely taunt to fill up the K groove meter, then die, and they start the next round empty.
Yeah, I think the hardest part about the taunt in this game is finding where your start button is for the taunt. Because like on my stick, it's like so high up that like I have to like go out of my way to press the start button.
Silentscope with the Rugal comebacks here. Okay.
No, Rugal is definitely a better pick just because like he can anti-air more consistently, even though he can't throw kind of like his fireball because Blanka Ball goes through it. He has better pokes compared to Chang because Chang, like Blanka's just jumping in against you. You have to be so like predictive about like, oh, if Blanka's gonna jump in, I need to press crouching fierce early or jump back strong. It's not one of those like anti-airs where you like react to it. You have to just be like, okay, I know he's gonna jump, so I'm gonna preemptively jump and get ready for my anti-air.
And yeah, so one of the biggest weaknesses of P groove, one of the reasons why it's low tier, is because it takes longer to build its meter than everyone else. But also in this game, every time you have a full meter or like an N groove, if you charge up and power up, you get a damage bonus, right? So K groove has a 35% damage bonus when you're in rage. So that's why that throw did so much damage.
Yo, the command throws though? Ooh, how dare you quick rise? Hit that is ball and chain real fast.
P groove gets no damage bonus, even at full meter, like at all. So their normals don't do any extra damage or whatever. So it was definitely one of the biggest weaknesses of that groove.
I think the super actually might do more damage, I believe. Like Cammy, I know people talked about it. I don't know if it's true. They would say P groove Cammy, her super does more damage than any other like level 3, like that Cammy does.
Really?
So I need somebody to kind of like tell me if somebody lied to me or if that's true. Because it definitely does feel Cammy does mad damage at her level 3 in P groove.
That's weird. I'm gonna have to try to figure that out. I would love to see the reason for that. Whoa! What is happening over here?
Oh, stand fierce right there. We're going for the last hit. Oh, if he didn't come down with roundhouse. And you know, okay, so this stage, I don't know if you played this stage yet, James. This stage is random because the music just randomly changes. You just hear random music from like previous games, and I'm like, I was so confused. I was like I'm like, who's playing this soundtrack in the background?
I heard that they did that with the EO version, so it's random. Over. Yeah.
Because arcade mode, I forgot what was the sound of arcade mode, but it was like dun dun dun. It was like super like kind of jazzy, right? And then now, Silentscope with the rush down. Don't quick rise. You can't quick rise against Morrigan, but look at that. CVS2 player Min, he does have activation. If he activates right now, it would be benefit so much because he's not in K group. Nice reaction with the TP.
Oh, another dude. I love that. You know what? like I said, I'm allowed to curse here on stream, right? I'm allowed to curse here.
You already said shit earlier, so
right,
I don't know why you asked again.
No, but basically, I always say like a lot of these old games with the invincible DPs, man. They're I call them the fucking DP games, you know, like. I don't care what the frame data is. I'm just gonna DP
Demon?
Go.
Oh my God! Silentscope showing why my man is the Texas Showdown 2025 CVS2 champ.
Oh, what a just defend.
Good block.
Nice. Even read the empty low.
Yes. Yeah, blocking it out. He's just willing to take the throw in this situation, right? Because if you try to flinch and try to take the throw, you might get hit by crouching light kick and get a full combo, right? So in that situation, nice JD again. That's a great punish from there because there's less pushback on the jab Blanka ball, especially after JD.
And that standing medium punch won't hit Blanka there unless he just defends that.
Yeah.
And so that's why he's able to get that punish.
All right.
And even if he dies right
nice.
here, he did that one to get away. He just did it to get away. That's so smart.
Invincible reversal in that situation right here. Look at this. This is playing Third Strike music now? What is this happening? This stage is random. You hear that? This is playing Third Strike music. What?
I don't have my volume up loud enough on the game.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You don't hear what I'm hearing. All right, bet. Oh, now it's playing. What's this? ST? Yo, what? We went from Third Strike real fast. It's just going through all the songs right here. He's running through all the retro games right now. Yeah, oh my God, Silentscope. He just needs one more hit.
Yeah, ran out of invincibility. The fireball actually hit. And Silentscope, I mean, he got mollywopped in that first game, but great adjustment, character change, putting Rugal at the end.
One of these days earlier this week when I was streaming CVS2, but I didn't know he was streaming 24 hours. Like, cause yeah, that's crazy. Cause I know Unruly, he streamed 24 hours of Power Stone 2, and I'm like, how can you play 24 hours of Power Stone 2? I could probably play 24 hours of CVS2, but Power Stone 2, you're tripping actually.
Right, cause that game is just random, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, there's always tech. It's just it wouldn't be my cup of tea. That's
by the way, I see in the chat Dirk Dublin saying that the grooves confuse him. Well, it's not as confusing as you think, but you can also, if somebody wants to untime me out here, you can check out this FAQ that was written by some psycho out there, and it describes all the grooves in heavy detail, but they're just modes of your character. That's basically it. So they just give you one distinct power, like a groove has custom combos, as we're seeing here, paint the fence! Ooh. Oh my God, the damage!
51 hit, that's so much damage right there. But Asian Monkey, I mean, he has Sakura, so he can definitely do the same damage, but I don't think Gene Wong's going to give it to him. That's why he's so active, but he gets the hit anyway. Is it going to be enough? Oh, no, he tries to go. Nice, good extender. Doesn't go for the super, but goes for kind of more of like a meter building in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you want to know anything about CVS2 right now, I mean, that FAQ has been like the CVS2 Bible forever. And this was back in the day where having too much content was actually like appreciated. It's not the YouTube era.
No, everyone is.
YouTube
there's too much content, too much fighting game news. There's too much everything actually.
Yeah.
Oh, nice bait, but only gets standing heavy. Probably gonna walk up and then press neutral fierce into heavy punch DP to get the knockdown, and you'll be able to build enough for A group too. Yeah, jump back dive kick. This is the best dive kick in the game, in my personal opinion. Better than Cammy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Sakura's jump back dive kick. Huh? If you try to hit it, like you have to be expert at hitting her dive kick. You might lose. Oh, nice punish, but I'm surprised. I was surprised he was still airborne.
Yeah, that was so unfortunate. It hit him out of the air. Ugh.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I thought that was going to be a grounded punish, and it would have definitely helped Asian Monkey and got him possibly in the lead. It wouldn't have killed Iori, but I mean, it would have been close enough.
Right. And again, when you're about to die, remember, in this game, any damage you can get is bonus damage because they don't start with a full bar next round. So
yeah, that's true.
Getting that little damage is always worth it.
Nice. Using the alpha counter, but stun off a wake up DP. That's the worst way of getting stunned. Of a wake up DP. Okay, staying strong. Going to the fireball right there. But Asian Monkey has a lot of work because Gene Wong, I mean, he can definitely just wake up, activate, and just kind of go for the chip damage at the situation right here.
Yep. very difficult situation for him now. Oh,
nice.
I like the idea, but that was really smart from Gene to start that with the crouching heavy kick, because it hits high up and it's considered a knockdown because it's a sweep. And so you can juggle off of that. Most character sweeps hit too low, so it's not, you know, if you empty jump, you could have blocked. But Iori's hits you out of the air, so it counts as a knockdown. It is not a trip guard. Stop it, Big for Little.
But shout out to Gay Little Hot Dog for a $10 direct contribution, and also Jamal Collins for the $5 direct contribution. Always enjoy TNS content. Hope to support these tournaments more.
Absolutely. Thank you for everybody. I mean, the prize pool is already up to 1,146. It's already over half of the pop bonus at CEO.
Hey, shout out. Online, baby. Online.
Right. I mean, it's just great that we can play these games online. It's like I said, man, fighting games just don't get old. When a game like Singular Moon can come back into, you know, the number of games being played at events, you know, like fighting games, they're just good forever, dude.
Listen, I truly think eventually every like popular old fighting game will eventually come back online.
Yeah.
You know, like on like some official port or whatever like that. So I'm all for it. I hope they keep doing it different. It's not even just Capcom, there's SNAAKE, Konami with Bloody Roar or something, or even a OG Mortal Kombat like MK2 Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Like I want to see all these old games come back with like the great netcode and good lobby system.
Dude, I keep saying the next one shouldn't be Capcom Fighting Collection. They should call it Capcom Fighting Revival or something like, or Rebirth, and put all of the versions of Street Fighter 4 on it, put the 2 versions of Marvel 3 on it, and then I guess you can put Cross Tekken on there. But like,
why you hate Cross Tekken? That's a good game. Once the 2013 version came out, that was a great game.
Yeah.
It was a great game. It's kind of like their version of modern CVS2 at the time. Footsies, combos, juggles. It was good.
So anyways, yeah.
You know what it is? Maybe because you were commentating it, it's super boring to watch. But as a player, it's very fun to play.
Sorry.
Nice activate right there from Gene. Second activation always wins against the first activation.
Yeah. I mean, one of the funny things is that, like, back when me and David were, like, the only commentators on the West Coast, for the 25th anniversary, Nidell had us commentate the 25th anniversary event, which was Super Turbo, Street Fighter 4, and then Season 1 Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It was like a 14-hour block that we just did straight, and it ended
I mean, I get it.
We ended with Cross Tekken Season 1.
No, Season 1 was bad, though. See, that's the one I'm like, okay, that one is kind of bad. But 2013 was good.
Oh, I see. That was the... Okay, never mind. Sorry. I just looked up and they were standing there, and that was the intro. Sorry.
Special intros. Yeah, special intros with CVS2. Iori and Bison got some beef and everything like that.
I was not good at Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but that's also because I didn't want to try. I personally really did not enjoy that game at all. So.
All right. Gene Wong, how you gonna get in? I mean, he's getting the Rekkas in. Asian Monkey, nice roll cancel. They both roll cancel each other and they went through. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Asian Monkey, you need to get your bar. Oh, punish. Now you got the bar. Now you can kind of fight back. Wow, almost caught the backdash. Yeah, but you have to chill. You can't go forward because you're scared of Gene Wong's activation.
Yeah, when you're in custom combo, you can't block either, so that's important to note as well.
Yeah, the Rekkas. Ooh, he committed to all 3. Nice roll right there. Yeah, you got to worry about the command throw possibly. DP.
Oh, how did he get hit?
Oh, because he guard broken.
Oh, he did get guard broken. Okay.
Yeah, the guard breaking with Iori's DP is so good. Like, it breaks the guard so fast. But the thing is, it's harder to do compared to Show in general.
Yeah. By the way, if you are fighting a lot of these M Bisons online and you're blocking Scissor Kick is actually very punishable You just have to know that the block.
Snake lost to Gene, and ChoiBoy lost to RagingStorm.
That's right. Thank you. All right.
I want to see the Guile. I want to see the Evo winning team. Ken, Guile, Sagat. The crazy part is when people see John Choi, they're like, oh yeah, his team is Ken, Guile, Sagat. We know him as Ken, Guile, Sagat. But if you guys know history lesson, this is actually Daigo's first team. Daigo made Ken, Guile, Sagat, and then Choi picked it back. But the thing is, Guile switched away from it to pick a top tier A group team. So then it eventually became owner to John Choi.
Yeah, I mean, Guile was really strong in this game because he could roll and keep the charge, you know. His roll was really long, but it was still nice to have, so. But
it's just roll cancel Sonic Boom is just freaking amazing. Yeah. But Snake is doing a great job against just taking out, doing really good against Ken. He can, do the target confirm into the beat, the mash kick super, able to take away John Choi's Ken on the first match.
Yeah, I mean, obviously John Choi's been beating a lot of people up, but like the two matches that we've seen him here on stream, he has not been doing particularly well here.
No, I think maybe
Shout outs to Nick Guy for the raid. Appreciate you.
Yeah, Nick Guy, Marvel 2 player right there. Snake is doing work right now against John Choi's Cammy, but Keigu Cammy, I mean, it's one of those things where like this. When John Choi picked Cammy, from what I remember, it was kind of more of a counter pick, just against Ricky Ortiz in particular. Just because Guile wasn't really working out against like her A group team and everything, so you would use Cammy to kind of like equalize specific matchups, right? But I feel like in this situation, maybe Guile also is not a good pick because against K group, you could just defend Sonic Booms all the time.
Right.
So you might build a lot more meter to get lots of different attempts for level 3, right?
I mean, back when so at one point I definitely did play N group because, like I said, that was the thing at Southern Hills Golf Land. Vi made everybody play N group. We all thought N group was the best. But Cammy with a run is terrifying.
Cammy with a run, yeah.
You can't do the quick rise. You cannot do a quick rise after a drill combo because she could always run and punish you.
Yeah, it gets hit right again. John Choi getting hit by the raw spiral arrow. Oh, the level 3. Yeah. In that situation, I think he was like, even if he blocked it and actually survived, he's like willing to like Cammy die at that point because, like you mentioned earlier, it's like bonus damage at that point, right?
Right. Well, yeah. So a lot of people don't really like. So there is the quick rise that only some grooves have. But yeah, that quick rise in this game actually has vulnerable frames at the end. So it's not like a lot of the modern quick rises where you can just get up and block. So if you knew that, like, if people were used to quick rising all the time, like if Cammy did a combo into a drill, you could just run. If they quick rise, you would run fierce and then do it again. If they quick rise, you could just take them clear across the screen.
Yeah, if you I see pieces that old folks always lose to new folks. Snake is an old folk. Yeah, he's an old school player. If I remember, he plays from New York. I remember playing him a lot in the Chinatown Fair days. So he's not an old folk. That's for sure. Well, he's not a new folk. That's for sure.
He is from the New York area.
Yeah, I remember. If it's the same Snake that I remember, because it's like Snake, like that's kind of like his name. He's definitely from New York. I played him a lot from Chinatown Fair days.
Dun 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 dun. Oh jeez, so fast recovery.
No, he plays wild. Snake is a wild player. Like, because the thing is, that's why he kind of plays like K-Groove and everything like that, because it fits his style.
Right. Nice. It's the DP out there. I mean, at least Ken has gotten some decent damage on Cammy, because last time Cammy just ran through everybody. But see, look, Cammy with the run is ridiculous, dude. Oh my god.
She's really good. She's over. Like I said, she's one of those characters that doesn't get talked a lot when it comes to top tiers, because like they put her in top tier, but like she doesn't really get the same treatment as like a Blanka, Sagat, and a Bison. When she kills you slowly, that's kind of what it comes down to.
When the game first came out, that was the team, right? It was Team Fierce. It was Blanka, Sagat, and Cammy. They just mashed Fierce all over the place. Cammy didn't have the range, but up close, like you were saying, whatever the frame data is on her close heavy punch, like what is that, plus like 7 or something stupid thing like
that? Somebody said it was plus. I think Saber said it was plus 8 on block, 4 frame startup.
That's so ridiculous.
Nice. Spend the level 2 right there.
pushback in this game is a lot better, a lot larger. So that's why it's not like some sort of infinite block string or anything like that. So
yeah, for sure. But yeah, when you mentioned about Cam, ooh, raw just YOLO super Cam. When you think about Cammy, Blanka, Sagat, that is Team Scrub of CVS2. You know how like in Marvel 2 we got like Team Scrub and like Sentinel Cable Commando. This is CVS2's version of Team Scrub.
Yep. Absolutely. Like I said, this was the first team that was dominating when this game came out because of the crouching fierces of Blanka and Sagat. And then Cammy just ran up and hit fierce against everybody. And, you know, if she has her level 3 and she hits you with either far fierce or close fierce, she can just link into her level 3 super.
Yeah, it's like, so good.
It was so reactable because it was just a link instead of a one-hit cancel.
Yeah, like for people in the chat, they're like, yo, what is +10? It's all these high numbers. Frame data did not make sense back in the day. Like, so when you look at the numbers, it's wild numbers. There's no magic number of like -2, +2, +1. Like, you know what I mean? There's no minus number or there's no like magical number that you look for. They're all over the place. Frame data don't make sense at all.
Well, like I said, especially because block stun and hit stun are the same, right? So when moves are plus enough to make you link like a crouching medium kick, that means it's the same on block. Yeah. So that's why it is like that. Because
oh my God, Snake tried to do super right there, but he missed it. He got the negative edge right there. Oh, that's gonna punish John Choi with the level 2. This should do it.
Wow, the John Choi comeback. He's still alive. Okay, 1-1 now. Ooh.
Cammy made a huge comeback. Like Choi's Cammy, like he was able to do so much more. Like his Ken died early, but the Cammy came through clutch.
Well, I mean, when you consider it, both of these guys, their Cammies are the one that did most of their work, right? So there you go.
No, it makes sense. I mean, Cammy, you're just pressing fierce roundhouse, right?
I mean, if Snake is from New York, yeah, that's a good point. The connection might be a little sus, but you know, we can't do anything.
West Coast versus East Coast. It's one of those things that's like, it's still playable, right? But like you obviously won't have like what your offline experience is, but I think John Choi is like also another one of those players that's like he's a very precise player, right? Yes. So if anything's a little bit off, it's like it could affect his gameplay a lot.
Yeah. The only good thing about John Choi playing online is that we all don't have to hear him hit his buttons and worry about him breaking his joystick, I swear. Yeah. He is the loudest button hitter in the world, but...
Is he?
Dude, when he does Sagat's Tiger Uppercut and it hits 5 times, he hits the button for every hit and he just goes...
Bro, who doesn't do that? I do that too. Who doesn't do that? If you're not hitting buttons after your multiple moves of a DP, then you're not playing fighting games.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can do that one.
Yeah, if he had level 1, he could do Shinyuken.
Yeah, I mean the other thing too is that one of the reasons why that John did that was his version of the arcade subterfuge tactics. You know, instead of having like fake buttons or stuff, or like really when you play in the arcade, you had to find a way to mask when you're hitting buttons, and so John would just hit them really hard, so like you couldn't tell what the heck was going on.
No, I don't know. I didn't think of it as like a confused tactic. It just felt right. like if you play Marvel 2, you hit your buttons louder when you're playing Sentinel. Like when I'm dashing and everything with Manual Storm, right? It's just like whatever, I'm just tapping it. But for some reason with Sentinel, I hit that shit way harder, and I don't know why. It just feels right.
Well, also because you're trying to do those fly-unflies, and you can't hit those buttons even 1 frame apart, right? You gotta hit the 2 kicks on the exact same frame. So the faster and harder you hit him, the better chance you can have of getting him on the same frame.
Oh, nice. Side switch to level 2. And that's also a benefit of, like, even though we talked about how Cammy and Run is amazing, with Cammy, she has a hop in the CAP group, and you can corpse hop in that situation to get, like, kind of like fast cross-ups there.
Yeah, so, I mean, which is why, like, even when I switched to eventually A-Groove, so, like, I think my main team at the end was A-Groove, like, Cammy, Morrigan, Chun-Li, I think was my last, like, Evo team or something like that.
That's a very fun team, that's for sure, James.
Yeah, and it was all C-Groove. And so, yeah, Cammy being in C-Groove, even though her run is scary, she's still really strong in C-Groove, too.
Yeah, no, she has good hops. I mean, her custom's not bad. Like, you know, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's an easy like corner carry to custom. Like, there's a lot of characters they have anywhere customs, but they're a bit harder to do. Cammy's a bit easier because you could just do cannon drill all the way from one end to the other end, right?
Yeah,
Sagat mirror.
I missed the low forward. Dropped it, but it is safe on block.
Yeah, he pressed crouching light kick instead of low forward there. Punish a DP with a DP. Ooh, nice empty jump low. Tiger D again. He misses the link again. Yeah. But John Choi, he has 2 bars though.
Right. Snake is in a good position. He's gonna get a whole bar. Oh, here we go. No, he didn't just choose to spend it. He wants to kill him with it. He just does it. Nice. And again, that thing is safe on block. So why wouldn't you? You know, like just go for it.
Yeah. I mean, that's
to bait it out.
Yeah. In that situation, even if you block it, and let's say you're like getting your turn going, because he had 60. That's why I don't want to get used to roll cancel because it never got into my system where I'm like, okay, I should use it here because it's a good time to use it.
It's crazy too because you were like beating all the roll cancel players without roll canceling too, which is crazy.
Yeah, I didn't think it like, even though people are saying like it's broken or whatever, there's ways around it. You know, that's what I think about. Like, and if I know you're gonna wake up roll cancel, I just throw you. It's a free throw for me every single time. So it's I don't know. I didn't find it as cheap as people thought it is.
Yeah, I still remember you know, the very infamous Evo East finals with you and Nestor, right? I mean, that was roll cancel versus not roll cancel right there. So
Mr. Combo, yeah. Nestor was definitely one of the goats of just like A groove and East Coast and roll cancel, right? Nice crouching heavy punch, Silentscope. But the thing is, RagingStorm is using those kicks, and I think for a big character against Chang, those kicks are probably super safe against him from a distance.
Woo! Roll cancel up kicks.
No confirm into the super though. He tried jab for super, but yeah, it's a hard, right? Yeah.
And also, if you are using the arcade board, like I said, if this is a little faster, like I used to be able to do Maki stand heavy punch in the super pretty consistently. And I was trying it on this version. I was like, wow, I have to do this way faster than I remember.
Old execution is different.
I also played Dreamcast version a lot, which supposedly is almost just as fast. Oh!
Nice, the mix. Yeah. And that's a huge win. That's a huge win for Silentscope because he forced RagingStorm to activate, right? So now, even though he killed him with the activation, look at his bar. He just has no bar left.
Right.
So he has to kind of like start from scratch because this is the first time we're seeing Toto, and it's an understandable pick because it's a counter to K-Groove in particular, right? Because once you activate and you just kind of just throw those fireballs right there, you can kind of do it for chip damage purposes, and that's kind of why he's probably picking Toto.
Especially in the corner. Oh no, he went for the far range one. Oh, wake up command grab. Oh, there it is.
Demon Silentscope special.
Dude, Ed in the chat says I like how Kyosuke's just hanging out in the bottom corner. Dude, I still don't understand Capcom's marketing. But they put Kim and Kyosuke on the cover of CVS2, like who are you trying to appeal to with Kyosuke and Kim? Like, what was the decision on that one, dude?
I mean, they blonde. That's why. You know how Capcom loves their blonde heroes.
Right? Yeah.
Yo, but shout outs to Chris P with the $10 direct contribution. Coolest memory of this game was playing on my friend's Dreamcast CVS2 and beating God Rugal and Shin Akuma on the highest difficulty. I mean, they were hard bosses. They were not like SNK level, but they were pretty hard for Capcom standard bosses.
Well, because didn't they also, when you fought the computer, they had the regular health, right? It was only when you used them
they got regular
health.
Yeah, they did have regular health, for sure. That's for sure.
Oh, man.
I mean, Silentscope taking game one with the Morrigan didn't have to reach to Rugal. And I really think it was all because of just that Chang mix-up and forcing Toto to force the activation. Because it kind of just ruined RagingStorm's plan of just like, all right, if I get Morrigan in the corner, I'm just going to activate and just like literally just fireball chip damage it out, right?
Right.
So he kind of lost that. But also I think Hibiki, A-Groove Hibiki, is pretty weak to K-Groove because if you just randomly just defend a slash, then it's a free punish, right, in that situation.
Right. Because just defend also, negates all pushback too. And so a lot of times Hibiki's little slash, it would push you to a range where you couldn't punish it. Wow.
The quick rise. Yeah, the quick rise right here. And this time he's picking Toto on point, which is pretty tough because I felt like Keel was doing a great job, but now with Toto, you're kind of relying on just like hoping that these fireballs hit, so you're building up enough meter. But the thing is, Silentscope's Chang is rushing it down.
I like how RagingStormX is just beating up on Choi all day, and Chang's like, whatever, go get him, go get him.
Dude, he has infinite health. He just doesn't die.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, crouching fierce anti-air. Dashing command throw. Wow, the wake up counter.
Ooh, that recovered fast.
It did recover fast.
Nice.
Press start, press start. That was a tough situation because it's either do you go for the win or do you press start to force the activation?
Live and let die.
Yeah, changing character order is a big difference in this game. We've already seen it pay off a bunch of times already, so.
Yeah, it's tough. Oh, misses the counter hit, misses the throw attempt right there. You gotta be careful. You had to block the jump in. Good anti-air. DP for the chip damage.
Yeah, he tried to just defend. You saw that, but just mistimed that a little bit. The just defend window is a little bit bigger than the parry window. I think it was Scope or somebody was telling me that one of the reasons why P-Group sucks so bad in this game was they beta tested this game apparently at an arcade in Japan that was known for their Street Fighter 3 play, and so everybody was parrying everything and everybody was using P-Group and killing everybody. So apparently that's why it's not that good.
No, I can tell you why P-Group is ass, because the thing is like the parry is obviously super good, right, in this game, but the normals are not as active compared to Third Strike. But because they're not as active, it's harder to parry in this game compared to Street Fighter 3. Like because in Street Fighter 3, you'll see random accidental parries and then
of course.
like they don't mean it, but it just happens. You don't get that in CVS2 because the normals are way faster.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Every player that I talk to, every parody they do is intentional.
Here we go.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Nice DP right there. Ooh. Oh, the cross up command throw. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's the Silentscope special. Nice roll cancel right there. But is it enough though? Like you're gonna get a good, decent amount of life back. But the thing is, you're gonna have to deal with Rugal. You can't do slashes in neutral because just defend is a factor. And like he just needs a few crouching heavy punches, hop jump roundhouse, and you might trade with the anti-air. Look at that, just like that.
Yeah.
Trades with the anti-air. So you don't have consistent anti-airs and you can't afford that too.
Oh, missed. Okay, but no A-Groove gonna land on that fireball and block the range that Hibiki has, but we've got a charged up.
But we have a meter.
Oh, he tried. I think that was activating the roll cancel one, but I think he missed the roll cancel there.
He might have tried the slash, but the invo frames went away maybe.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell what he went for in that situation.
Hit with the knee on the way up and then do one spin, you can cancel in the Raging Demon on landing. So there was stuff you could do on block like that too.
Right, we're gonna have Eric Turbo. This is our first time seeing Eric Turbo play. But like you mentioned, where Silentscope said this is a guy that will give us trouble for my money type of thing in the arcade shock tournament. But he's fighting against Gene Wong.
Yeah.
Gene Wong is so good. He's been playing this game since forever. But I think also Eric Turbo's also, I always see him playing at tournaments as well too. So this might be a very close match. I mean, he's doing well right now.
So according to Gunter, this is going to be either the best player in NA or the third best player, depending on how he ranks certain people around.
Damn, I'm just not there. I might be like 10th at this point. Maybe.
This is gonna be a match to remember.
But Gene Wong gets the activation, kills the first character. Yep, go for the dive kick. And Gene Wong is just gonna escape. At this point, you're Bison, you're just gonna run away, build bar, go forward, roll cancel side crusher. Oh, miss input error. Hello.
Yeah. Supposed to just be a regular DP. Came out with well, no, actually, because the super DP is with a kick button in this game, right?
It is fireball kick, so I'm not sure what he tried to do.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're not gonna do hurricane kick there, unless you randomly just kind of like from the dive kick, it kind of like stored or something. But I don't see how you got that super in the first place.
Very odd. Yeah, and you can even get, I mean, if you combo into the heavy scissor kick, you can even get the paint the fence combo off of that. you know, just people figuring out how many ways they can get it. The jump strong is a knockdown, so you can jump strong, activate. It's so scary to fight that paint the fence, dude. The
yeah,
thing
mate. It's tough.
Anytime you get hit, that's it.
Bison is definitely the most scariest character in this game. For me personally, I would rather fight Blanka than Bison any time. Nice meaty right there. The low forward stand strong.
Because Blanka beats you also through impatience. And obviously, one of your biggest strengths as a fighting game player is your patience. So I don't think a lot of the Blanka players are going to tilt you, you know, as much as a lot of other people get tilted.
Yeah,
You see how fast you press the button after that, Suzuki?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. The block stun is so short.
Oh, nice roll right there. Yeah, it's just harder to punish if it's a one-hit scissor kick versus a two-hit scissor kick. We get the activation right here. Spend the level 1. It's not enough for depth. Do we go for throw? Ooh! Uppercut. You gotta take this all. It's gonna take off all your drive, your gauge.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, great timing. Beautiful.
Somomoshine. That was sick.
Look, as a person who loves my old school games, Miss Loop, I totally get it. Like, there's a lot of nostalgia glasses when it comes to these old games because they're pretty jank in their own way. But that's the whole thing about fighting games. It's that the game with the jank that you can put up with and you enjoy the most is your favorite fighting game. Because you're never going to find a fighting game with no jank. That's just the thing, right? They're all broken. I mean, MVC2 is one of the most broken games out there, and it's still like absolutely revered as one of the greatest fighting games of all time. So, you know, like it's silly to talk bad about like any of these fighting games. Like, oh, this is dumb because of this. Dude, like, learn to use it. That's what we did.
Yeah, fighting games are meant to be broken. I mean, I never want a super balanced fighting game because then it'll be kind of boring.
Yep.
Ooh, crouch grab punch. Another jump heavy kick right there as well too. He's Almighty. Nice teleport right there.
Bison with the teleport. People who don't know are like, why does Bison have a teleport? Because of the anime. Oh, there it is. There we go. Yep, there's that combo. Yeah, in the anime, he would just teleport away from Ryu and Ken. And it's just, and so they put it into Alpha because Alpha was based on the anime version of Bison.
I think Street Fighter 6 is the only one that he doesn't have a teleport, right?
Well, I mean, in all the 2s, he didn't have any teleports, right? So.
Oh, 2, okay.
Yeah, he never had a teleport in any of the Street Fighter 2s.
Wake up, roll cancel, Cycle Crusher. Cycle Crusher! Yeah, the roll cancel Cycle Crusher is cooking right now. That's the one. See, this is why Bison is annoying, because crouching medium kick is so hard to deal with because the active frames on crouch medium kick, like even if you're trying to whiff punish it, you just might get hit out because of how active it is, right? And the hurt box is not like the biggest hurt box, right? And then also another thing is like he's building bar because you could just whiff meter building bar in this game.
And you know, it's what I said, like a lot of these old school games were not about whiff punishing as much because like you said, some of these moves just had like active frames for days. In fact, I always like to joke about Zangief standing light kick in Super Turbo. That move literally has no recovery frame. The last frame of that move is an active frame.
Scissor kick again. Oh, the stun, and he's gonna build enough bar. It's gonna be OCV.
Yeah.
Paint the fence.
There we go. I mean, that's definitely not what Mr. Miyagi was trying to teach Daniel-san with the paint the fence, but
you know the paint the fence custom combo.
I always say like rivalries are so good, man. They
rivalries
level
are amazing. I mean, it's all good. I mean, we all eventually know that East Coast was just better than West Coast in fighting games. So
not all of them. Come on. Third Strike, CVS2, no.
The Third Strike's another one because if you look at tournament records and everything, East Coast definitely got the best tournament records, aka me. But I'm just saying, you know, that's all I gotta throw it out there.
That's the thing is that you don't count, right? So
here we go. I don't count.
You don't count. That's
I don't count. Yo, East Coast Mongolia, right? That's what I remember.
I don't make
Mongolia fighting games.
I don't make the rules. You don't count as East Coast, Justin. That's just how it works.
Ooh, okay, Vodka with the team boss though.
Yeah, Vodka Gabalski here. Another one of the old school fans up in Northern California.
Yeah, he's also another guy that's like went from like ST to playing CVS2 like a lot, right? Because obviously he's known for like as a Zangief and ST in Street Fighter 2 in general. But now he's like super into CVS2, which is awesome to see.
Well, he's also, I mean, he's one of the guys. I mean, I got to visit his home when I was up for Genesis. And yeah, he's got the, not only does he have the sticker streaming tech, by the way, but he also has, you know, he just has the cabinets and he just swaps them out. He's got the cabinets in his garage. And so, like, a lot of guys go to his place just to play, you know, Alpha. Like, they were obsessed with Alpha 3 when I went up there and watching them play, so.
But that was probably Rizwan's fault, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's all about the V-Ken, Vism Ken. But now, I mean, now I think, like, people are playing CVS2 a lot more now.
Dude, that's all they were playing. They were just playing V-Ken, dude. They were playing V-Ken mirrors all day. Oh, man.
Okay. Ooh. Nice. Go forward right there. Oh my god. Yeah, they're so scared of against each other because they're both have strong customs, right? Show versus paint defense. So that's why you see them playing just less aggressive because they don't want to. Yep, that's where you. Oh, is that a punish?
I don't know.
That was from crouching medium punch. It looked like a punish actually. I don't know.
It did.
Yeah, right. It looked like from because he did crouching light kick after the crouching strong.
Yeah, because the Asian monkey just looked like he was just like frozen basically.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. I mean, this is like almost like a footsies match here. You're so scared to get hit, you know. Yep. And I like that actually. Get him to spend a little bit of that bar so he can't build up another one. You know, force him into that.
Yeah. I mean, he had no choice, right? Because if he just let it rock the whole entire time, he would have just lost due to chip damage.
All right.
Bison versus Bison, baby.
All right.
Forward throw again.
Bison. I've always hated this color, but
which one? The
brown one?
The brown one?
Yeah.
Cycle Crusher. Nice little roll cancel. Yeah, he just threw a scissor kick out just to kind of just like if it hits, it hits. He gets a free slide afterwards if he quick rises, right? Build a little bit more bar in the process. But now, I mean, this is a bit scary, I would say, for Vodka just because, oh, here we go. Activate. Yep. Paint defense. And this is going to do at least a 65 to 70.
Oh my god, where did his health go?
70%. Blanka's also very strong, but he doesn't do as much damage in terms of custom, right, compared to Bison. So now he's going to, I think Asian Monkey's going to run away, build bar, Cycle Crusher here and there, random scissor kick if you walk forward. Oh, misses the punish. Yeah, at this point, you could just chip damage for that Cycle Crusher. Even though if you get punished for it, like, you're not going to get a big punish in that situation.
And again, you know, this is the reason why even Ratio 1 Bison is so scary, because you saw how much damage he did with that combo. But the minimum scaling on Ratio 1 and Ratio 2 is both 100. So outside of the super at the end and the very first few hits, like the scissor kick into the stand light punch maybe, like it's the same damage, whether you're Ratio 1 or Ratio 2. And that's why Ratio, like if you have a good character to put as a Ratio 2 at the end for A groove, like Ratio 1 Bison can just delete characters the same.
For sure. Okay, I know we're in losers right now, so I'm gonna just throw it out there. Yo, who bodied Jebailey, bro? Like, he didn't get top 8? I was just talking about how he's usually the favorite to make top 8 and everything. Who bodied him? Who washed him? I'm just curious now.
Let's see if I can find him.
Damn, Jebailey.
You know what? He's gonna tell me he's too tired right now, man. He's been playing
jet lag.
CVO.
You know, he was in Japan. Yeah, you know what I mean. PL's coming up.
So hard for him, right? I mean, come on. He lost to Easy Yoga Sniper in loser side. So Easy Yoga Sniper eliminated him. And he also lost to Vodka Gabalski.
Okay.
So there you go.
I mean, Vodka's in top 8, but I mean, Easy Yoga Sniper, I don't think we saw him play, actually, at all. Oh, nice block. Gets the custom combo. Nice activation. Yeah, he might be able to kill here. Stand around house level 1. Yep. That's gonna be no, he did it too early, so he didn't get the follow up after the super.
Oh, it hit too high up out of the air, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, he still gets the win anyway, and I like the fact that even though he dropped it, he tried to go for the instant overhead. So that was like pretty good awareness that he's seen that he dropped it, and good 2 quick rise punishes from Blanka right there, the standing heavy kick and the sweep.
Yeah, just as a reminder to people, if you do want to learn this game, please join the CVS2 Discord out there. They will be able to give you a lot of help. Also look for the CVS2 combos/system guide that I wrote a long time ago. Many people consider the CVS2 Bible, so check that out.
Nice activate right there against the empty jump head stomp. That's going to do a lot of damage. Oh, interesting choice of ender. I wonder if that's like a specific meaty setup. It seems like it.
I felt like that was an execution error, perhaps. So
yeah, I guess you go because if you do double quarter circle forward kick, and if you mess up, you could get DP kick in that situation.
Yeah.
Nice again. Roll cancel Tatsu. That I would say Sakura roll cancel Tatsu and Fireball is probably one of the best roll cancel moves in the game as well too.
Yeah.
Tape on block, also plus on block as well too. It seems like. Yep.
Yeah, I think the heavy one is, because the heavy Tatsu you can combo after, you can link. So it's on, like I said, on block and on hit, everything's the same. So yeah, it's definitely plus on block with that heavy Tatsu.
Yeah, heavy kick Tatsu is so good, especially if you have like a tall character. But if you have a short character, you have to use medium kick Tatsu. Like if you're fighting against Sagat, heavy kick Tatsu all day, baby.
Yep, exactly. No, and sorry, Winnie man, I'm only gonna promote awesome giant text file that's impossible to search through. Sorry, that's just the way it works.
Nice activate right there. Blanka cannot alpha counter here. His alpha counter is so terrible that it does not work. Yep, go for the DP right there. Half life.
Didn't get the super, but that's the
happens.
weakness of the heavy Tatsu right there.
Yep.
That if you can crouch under those hits at the top, you could. There's a gap there.
Yeah, and he stood up there. That's why he took all 3 hits there in the situation. In that situation, usually you kind of want to do roll cancel fireball, because roll cancel fireball all the hits will hit there.
Go for broke.
Go for broke, Blanka. You need to build a lot of bar. Nice electricity. Here's a more roll cancel electricity, but gets the one hitter. Doesn't get like the fierce version where it's like 5 points of chip damage and it's also plus on block. Punish. Nice Blanka ball in there.
Auto correct Blanka ball. Oh, that might have been the up ball actually.
Nice.
There we go.
Asian monkey. Yeah.
Gonna take it.
Ugh, Bison top tier.
You're watching my Evo East and Evo West vids. Holy crap! I still have
5 East Coast tournaments, right? So I won Evo East. I got 4 for Tekken. I won a final round, beat Anakin in the grand finals in the Tekken 5. So yeah, I was nasty in Tekken 5. Yeah, y'all better put respect on my name.
Whoa, we got a Honda back here.
Yeah, this is Min. Min definitely is a Honda enjoyer.
Yeah. He plays Honda in most games, right? So
yeah.
He's a Honda in Super Turbo, so I hate him there.
Yeah. I have the game Fernando. He said he just picked Fang and went cheap. So what? Who cares about pick cheap? Y'all picked Steve Fox and Nina. Hold that shit. Y'all lost to my Fang.
You see how fast Honda's SPD whiff is? He just goes, ooh, and he's done, dude. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, Honda's OD. Especially when you have the life lead. Like, it's so hard to make a comeback with Honda. Dawn tie.
Dogs cry.
Yeah, see, because the way how Snake plays, he's so aggressive, right? So, this is when you talk about fortress characters. Honda is also a fortress character in this game, like Hibiki and everything. Everything about him is fortress style. Nice level 2 though.
Oh, he goes for it. Nice. That's so sick. Combos are fun, dude. Oh, nice. Baits the roll. Might have been a missed roll cancel, to be honest.
Yeah, he might have. So the reason why you see Honda using roll in neutral, that's actually how he moves forward to the screen. That's his fastest way of advancing forward without losing charge. Because you can just hold down, you can just hold back, and then just do roll, and you'll be able to still do your charge moves out of roll.
Yeah, it's so crazy because, you know, on all the old KOF games, if you held down, back, and roll, you rolled backwards. But in this game, they didn't have a backwards roll. They only had forward roll. So, yeah, everybody can just hold down, back, and roll and keep their charge. And It's funny because like for Guile, they made sure they made his roll like super long, but for some reason Honda's roll was fast.
Yo, shout outs to Delo Nomis. He's I got bodied by snakes on Xbox Live like a billion years ago. That's where I played a lot of CVS2 EO, and that's why I think Capcom chose CVS2 EO as like the main rank thing, because they have data from original Xbox for CVS2.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember that one. That was when I first discovered the pain of delay-based netcode. Like when Ken whiffed a fierce uppercut in front of me, I had to press crouching forward when Ken was at the top of the screen to hit it when he landed. It was bad.
Nice. Yeah, look at that. Min is just chilling, but Snake is doing a good job, you know, just like even though he was losing like 2 characters to 1, he almost is at a situation where he evened out the life, right? Even though Blanka's the lead, but it's not by a big margin anymore.
Especially because Snake is almost at 3 bars as well, and even for Sagat, 2 bars is hella good. So
nice. Oh yeah, that's gonna catch.
No, that's gonna lose.
Yeah. In that situation, it was like your best bet was to just kind of like block it out and wait for kind of like electricity on block, so you could kind of like maybe guard cancel and then get your meaty set up afterwards. But even then, it's tough because a player like Min, he's so good at wake up roll cancel electricity or wake up roll cancel Blanka ball, and he's willing to afford those risks because he's like the life lead is so much at that point.
Yeah, and again, you know, you can wake up reversal roll in this game, which is invincible on the first frame. So that means if you want to do a true wake up roll cancel special move, you have to do it so that you time the roll at that reversal timing. It's not like if you just press the buttons, you get the reversal special move that just has it. You have to make sure you do the reversal roll and then cancel it into the special move. So yeah, it required a lot of precision.
Ooh, Ostoy. Now he's picking K groove, but even then, it's like this is okay, I guess, because if you're able to just defend. But the thing is, I think Min is ready to just like roll cancel hands all day, and roll cancel hands kind of hurts K groove in that situation.
Don't even roll cancel the headbutt for that one. Too close, but didn't get anything off of that. I think he tried to couple the jab. Oh,
nice.
The empty jump the super. Oh my god.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering who is CVS2 player, that is Min. Yeah, he just for some reason his name is just CVS2 player, but that's Min. It's a Kakui. Bison, Snake doing good.
You can call the grooves in this game kind of like the fuses, although the fuses are bigger differences, right? Like some of them, you don't even have 2 characters, only an assist, etc., etc. The grooves in this one just give you the different special abilities. C groove has the level 2 cancel, A groove has the customs, E groove has the parries, S groove has dodges, N groove has the power-up stock system, and K groove has the just defend and the rage meter. And between them all, they just have a bunch of different other systems that they share between them. But those are the main differences between the 6 grooves.
Yeah, I actually think the CVS2 groove system is better than the 2xKO fuse system. Because I feel like a lot of the 2xKO fuse system, you can nullify it based off like once you eliminate 1 character. You know, so kind of like double down is like the DHC groove, but if you only have 1 character left, then like double down becomes useless at that point, right? Same thing for 2x assist and everything. It's only offensive stuff that's happening for the fuses, but there's no defensive aspect. While CVS2, they have both offense and defensive aspect mechanics invested in their systems.
It's interesting, you know, Star Ocean in the chat says this groove system is never happening again. I remember hearing that, you know, in Street Fighter 4, one of their main goals was to remove a lot of that stuff because they would see a lot of people who'd be like, oh, CVS2, look, it has all these cool characters. And you put in a quarter and you play, and then you don't even know what's happening. Like, why am I picking 3 men ratio? What? It's like, now I have to pick a group? What? You know, it was like kind of confusing.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see it being confusing for the most part. Oh, just wake up with it. What a that's a bet. That was a huge bet right there.
Yep. And that was the thing about CVS2 is you literally couldn't get to start playing the game until you picked characters in probably one of the worst character selects because they decided to use it. At that Arcade Shock tournament, some guys were playing Beyblade, and I started talking to them about it, and like all the details and nuance. Dude, I love learning about that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And like, it's just so cool to hear about that. You know, like you think Beyblade is just whatever, but like, oh, you have to have this kind of thing to fight that kind of thing. It's really cool. I love it.
Beyblade gets serious, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. Normally, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, you saw the roll cancel electricity go through the roll cancel running slash from Hibiki.
Yeah. I mean, it's also interesting that you see Raging Storm. Usually we have ratio 2 Hibiki, but he changed it up where it's ratio 1 Hibiki, right, to fight against the matchup because he's scared of Bison. Ratio 2 Bison definitely can kind of like smoke Hibiki in a lot of different ways.
And there is one of the reasons why Hibiki is very good against Blanka, can punish those Blanka balls on block. Because when this game came out, I mean, most characters still cannot punish that Blanka ball on block. Outside of like maybe even just a few level 3 supers. And if you're one of those characters, like fighting him was a pain. Nice choice to go for the reversal custom combo there. Look at the damage.
Yeah, that was a read on Asian Monkey's part. But now you get a block. Oh, he held up. He thought the instant overhead was coming. We finished the combo. What's the meaty setup? Go for the roll. Nice. Good interruption. Tries to use the overhead right there.
Oh, caught him.
No. It could have killed, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, dive kick.
The meaty dive kick. Because it rolled into it, it hits so meaty that it's so much easier to combo. Well, the custom combos aren't necessarily infinite, but they do just as much damage.
I mean, they last for a very, very long time.
Right.
Nice. Again, the Sakura custom.
None of them are practical, so.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ooh,
I mean, you have Kim Infinite's pretty practical.
That's true, it is. That's probably the most practical one.
Yeah, the C group Kim, level 2, cancel into the stomp. Yeah.
No one's gonna be playing S group Kyosuke, okay?
Hey, Dr. B, come on.
That's true.
That's true.
Oh, man. Ooh, excuse me. I have been getting murdered by allergies recently.
It is that nice activation against the double reverse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
A lot easier in this game than it is in Third Strike.
Yeah, it doesn't do that much damage. You can kind of see how much damage Yun's custom normally does right there. It does like a good like 20%. And it's kind of like, that's kind of what Yun is. Yun, maybe he was like worried how Yun was in Third Strike and everything, that when they made Yun in CVS2, the damage was so low, but that was expensive activation from Asian Monkey's side, like super expensive. Okay, scissor kick again, misses the cross up heavy kick. Wow, let it rip DP. The heavy version too. Oh, trade. Kind of worked out. Raging Storm does have activation. Oh, nice bait. Asian Monkey escapes.
Yeah, and that roll cancel cycle across the screen. Yeah, remember how I said, like, this game is really, a lot of it is landing your meter. If you do not land your meter, that is.
Oh my God, he's dead. Hey, he might be dead. If he finishes it, he's gonna have level 1. He is dead. Wow,
he didn't even need the level 1.
Heavy kick. Man, that's privilege, bro. Bison has jump heavy kick cross up and jump medium kick cross up. That's crazy.
Oh, that was so unfortunate.
Fence, bro, hire me. Home Depot, home improvement type of style right there.
Yeah, but like I said, like in this game, if you miss your meter, if you are in a situation where you accidentally blow your meter and not getting a lot of the damage out of it, like that means you are really far behind. You have to kind of hope you can bait the opponent's meter out. The meter is like so much about like how, like it's actually almost like a part of your life bar in this game, and you have to think of it that way. So like if you miss your super, they have to miss their super, or you just have to have some crazy comeback, you know, getting the damage without having to spend your meter. I've always considered meter in CVS2 like something you have to land in this game at the highest levels.
Yeah, and the good thing about Bison's custom, like let's say if you drop Bison's custom, it's because it's a juggle, you can kind of fix it. Because usually if you do paint defense and let's say you mess it, you might get like a normal, it's still juggle, right? You can fix it. But when you're playing like other characters that have like the same style of paint defense, like Sakura Sho or Iori's uppercut and Heel's uppercut, you have to be perfect because that's standing. So if you mess up, like you actually lose all the damage that you possibly could have gained in those situations.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Nice trade. RagingStorm, I think they're willing to trade that, but now they're in a situation where they're looking for an activation. They're playing a bit more safe. And good check from RagingStorm. Even though, oh, it's a punish. Level 1. No, drops it. But that's the roll cancel
electricity.
Yeah, roll cancel electricity during a groove. That's toxic right there.
Dude, it's so good. Yeah, you get hit and then it's automatically a cancel into something else, right? So again, the way that customs work in this game is 1, everything juggles, and 2, everything cancels into anything else out, at least on hit and on block.
Oh, misses the jump in. Yeah, tries to go neutral jump fierce, but you got to do neutral jump roundhouse. And also grabs the Yun attempt of roll cancel. A roll cancel came out. I don't know if it was lunge punch or command throw, but he grabbed something that was roll cancel based.
Right. Some of the reversal on it on RagingStorm's side there.
Yeah. I also saw some guy from the console as Blanka electricity is one of those mash to continue moves, right? It is. It takes 5 inputs for electricity to come out, but there's a way to kind of like do it gracefully where that's how you get roll cancel, and that's why they're doing it. So you kind of like blink from heavy, medium, light, and then you tap roll, light punch, and light kick, which also considers the input, and then end it with fierce. Some people like to go the reverse route, but I like to go from heavy to light route.
Yeah. It's weird. It just depends on the human. Like I do better light to heavy, but I know a lot of people who do better heavy to light.
Yeah, I do heavy to light.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, because every other, like a lot of the older games, to do those button mashing moves, it had to be the same button that you hit a bunch of times. And it was CVS1 and 2. No, I think it might have even just been CVS2. That might have been the first one. But they make it so that it's any punches, 5 of them in a row. So, yeah, people would learn to do a lot of the button mashing moves very gracefully. And I always liked that. I always thought it was a really sick system.
No, it was super cool.
I'm sad they took away button mashing moves because they were a different kind of input and they created a different style of special move. One that would be too broken if you could just do at any time because you have to hide it somewhere. And so it was just like a neat alternative to charge and motions, you know?
Yeah, most people, if you're playing Wong, for example, they would whiff like low forward and then do the inputs for the 5 electricity, like heavy, medium, light, and then you can get the electricity from there in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I get it because a lot of the if we're talking about, players with handicaps and stuff, like, again, RIP to Broly leg. We forgot about that. It helps to if you haven't, like, played a lot of other games. It helps to play a lot of other games, obviously, because you learn different skills. But if you're a specialist like this, man, it's scary.
Well, Riz1 said Gene is dope in Third Strike and Alpha 2 as well too. So I think it's more like maybe he just only plays in CVS2 tournaments, but everything else he just plays for like fun. Because you know who's also like that? Boss. Boss is also like that. Like, because Jeremy Vicious, he was staying with Boss. And I was like, yo, where you guys at? Because we're supposed to meet for dinner. And he just definitely sent me a picture of Boss and Tasty Steve playing Street Fighter 6 together. So Boss was definitely playing Street Fighter 6 with Tasty Steve. And he has a dual setup. So it's not like it's a bootleg setup where it's just like, let me scramble monitor. My man had dual screens playing some Street Fighter 6. So
there's a roll cancel hand. Well, again, wake up roll cancel hands.
Nice. Base of the head punch.
Yep, you cannot do the quick rise. Let's go.
That was a good punish too with the quick rise too, because I think even if he does a quick rise, Honda would still be plus in that situation to kind of do either command throw or go for 100 hand slap roll cancel there.
Yeah, and he faked it there. Did you see that? He did the low fierce to set up the meaty hands, but he didn't do it because I think he was worried that that Eric was gonna wake up with the custom.
I would be fine to wait if you woke up custom in that situation, because then that's a huge win for me going to the next round, because I'll have the meter advantage.
Right, but I mean, if he actually did go for the hands, you know, he would. Oh, right, but I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I want him to. I want him to waste act, because at that point, you would waste the activation. It wouldn't be a win. Like it would be you took the round, sure, but I won off a meter alone. Oh, he dropped the custom.
Oh, but he didn't get the punish, but he's still going to be able to get the guard break over here. As long as he doesn't drop this.
Yeah, he got the fast Shoryus too. Yeah. Now it's the Psycho Blue Street Fighter XT with the $10 donation through Super Chat.
Yeah, Psycho Blue is one of the biggest. Yep, there we go. He's one of the biggest Street Fighter Cross Tekken fans out there. Yeah. So always pushing for that game.
Yeah, yo, to answer Kyokuji, yo, you know, so Boss, he's like, Boss plays a ton of stuff. He even plays X-Men Street Fighter. He actually always was playing X-Men Street Fighter even back in the day. I would watch like old fighting game footage and it would just say Boss. And I'm like thinking, is this the same Boss that plays CVS or Alpha 3? So he was a legend in X-Men Street Fighter, like a top player during the beginning times of X-Men Street Fighter in Japan.
I mean, from what I've heard about Boss, ban the testers, man. I heard he actually was one of the people helping beta test that game, X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Oh, maybe. I mean, he has all the combos. He has all the tech down. For the Evo Side tournament, he actually helped run it with DBK, and it was on his channel for X-Men Street Fighter.
Yep, we were watching that because a bunch of us. You remember Dogface? He's really big into X-Men Street Fighter. Me, Derek Daniels. We were all watching it because we were all trying to see it. And it was one game too, and it was single limb. Well, I don't know, it was double limb, but it was one game double.
Well, yeah, one game double limb.
It was brutal, dude. Oh my god.
Yo, and CVS2 player Min able to get the kill there after Eric Terrible drops his super combo. It wouldn't have killed, but it would have put him in an advantage where, you know, it's kind of a guess from Roll Cancel Electricity to throw. Like
but I can't remember what it was. Never mind. Okay. But also, I mean, Eric Choi, like, I used to play him in a lot of games. I don't know why I have this memory, because I remember he had a strong Bison in XX, and I remember fighting his Bison all the time, but I don't remember where now. Like, where did I have like epic matches versus his Bison? I might be just me being senile, to be honest with you.
Listen, so. I'll tell you what, it'll probably be in SoCal, because California players didn't travel back in the day like that.
You're right.
Yeah, California people were scared of flying. That's what I remember.
No, the problem is we were spoiled because we had so much competition where we were at, right? So we were
elitist. Like, that's the word. That's the word. Elitist. Okay. Right?
I mean, you have to be elite if you're not from Mongolia, right?
Oh,
I mean,
word. Oh, nice reaction to the roll right there against Honda's headbutt.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool if they built a you know, like a Smash Brothers-esque, you know, select what stages can be chosen by random select kind of thing, you know? I think that would be cool.
You able to do that in ST, right? Like you just like hold a button or pick a stage like that?
No, I don't. Was there a way you could pick stages in Super Turbo?
There was an old fighting game that you could do that in, and I felt like it was ST in particular, or maybe it was Alpha. I think it was Alpha 2.
Yeah, because I remember if you like went to a certain stage and hit like start button, and then you could like hold the button and pick it or something like that. If that's how it worked.
That's right. It was Alpha 2. Yeah, it's A2.
Yeah, okay.
A2 was the game where you could like kind of like manually choose your own stages, like from the character select screen.
The thing that actually makes me really sad now is that fighting games used to be really well known for every character has their stage, and we just don't have that anymore, and it makes me really sad, you know.
I mean, that's a lot of characters, though. That's why.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? But in the original games, every character had their own stage. So even in this game, I was sad that like CVS1 and CVS2 didn't have that.
Dude, that's like, a lot of characters. That's like 40 stages if they did that. There's no way they could afford that.
Yeah, that's why they stopped it, because it was too hard to do.
terrible. Baits out the custom, but the thing is, Min's like cool with it because look, this is a guard break in this situation. Gets a full combo, 1 hit away from winning, but gets the win anyway from the roll.
Yep. Okay.
All right, Min moves on against
like that. But you know, so that way it's just more of a haha, get you off of me. But
nah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
You lose the explosive comeback factor at that point.
Exactly, which is why it would never happen. So.
But we have winners finals 3. Is this 3 out of 5? I need confirmation of this 3 out of 5.
Did I ever know that Chang could punish Blanka Ball with a stand heavy kick?
Okay.
Or was that only because of a just defend that I missed?
It's usually just defend, but the thing is, if Blanka Ball hits like kind of deep, and you can also get standing heavy kick as well too.
Okay.
Oh,
no, he crouched too early.
Yeah, that's a mix. That's a mix.
Yeah. Oh, still alive. Oh. Yeah, it's nice little delay. So unlike parry, well, actually not in this game. So City of the Wolves and in Third Strike, obviously you can parry, hyper defend, or whatever, you know, while you're blocking. Not in this game. If you block the first hit, it's a true block string. You cannot red parry or anything in between.
No, that's why A Groove is kind of like the nemesis for K Groove. And if you look at Gene Wong's team, he doesn't have the Iori. He has the Sakura.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Just because Sakura is literally anti-K Groove just because of activation alone. But we might not even get there. Misses the slide in that situation from Gene, but he's still looking good because look at Rugal. The guard is blinking. Nice air to air right there. Hard to JD in those situations.
Oh, he got him. Oh, almost. No. Wasn't fast enough.
Yeah, no. I actually have never seen Rugal ever doing early jump rounds into that kick super. So it might have been maybe he did it too early because definitely if it hit a little bit later, the super would have comboed.
Yeah. Might have a little bit more startup than I thought as well. So
it was a good attempt. But look at that, Gene Wong. He's gonna dash back, roll cancel electricity, build some bar in the process. Oh, watch your head. Nice.
Oh, nice back dash. What is it, Street Fighter 6?
No, I think that was a command, roll cancel, command hop back.
You're right.
Yeah.
Nice DP. Roll cancel right through there.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't throw fireballs. And look at that. Now you are forced in rage. And Gene is like, cool. Because guess what? You're coming back to K Groove with zero of that rage coming in.
That was interesting. I thought I heard the electricity start up for Blanka, so he might have just missed the roll cancel electricity. I think he just did roll into electricity instead of rolling the roll cancel. It's either
that or the roll cancel or the rollback happened. Because the collection has like that rollback that has like the last hit type of situation. You'll hear the sound still.
Whoa. Oh, still alive, but just to stay alive and get out of there, yeah, that's not gonna do anything, unfortunately. There we go.
You see the show.
Well, that's true. They are still playing on the stage, right? They're not worried about it apparently.
Sometimes people just play. I mean, you saw Gene. He hit the show. Right. No drops on the customs.
Clearly not a problem.
He did drop the Blanka custom though. He missed the down forward slide heavy punch. Or maybe he was a little bit too far. He'd think, or he probably that's why he stopped it. But the show clean show.
Like I said, I mean, even like when I was trying to learn to paint the fence, I could do a little bit of paint the fence, but man, show. Although to be fair, I wonder if it's easier now on Japanese sticks because. You know, back in the day, we were always using the circle gates or the octagon gates, right? But now that down forward is so much easier to hit on square gates. I wonder if show is actually easier now.
Well, but I know Boss doesn't play Sakura because he's not consistent with the show.
Okay.
Right? So that's kind of why he stopped it. So I'm not sure if that's the case, but I think it's also side dependent. Like it's way easier for me on 2P side and 1P side. I feel like I am working out. It's so tiring to do it on 1P side.
Oh no, for sure, Tsuyun. There's some people who find the Bison.
Nice JD. Look at that. He built all that from 6 points of JD right there. Can he make it count though?
7 just defends to build a full meter. That's it.
Oh, but he's not going to be able to use it. Gene's cashing out on the damage, and because he's in rage, he doesn't build any more rage in the process right now, right?
Yeah, some people do find Paint the Fence easier than Shosho. Some people find Shosho easier than Paint the Fence. It's really weird. Just depends on who you are, really.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, like, if you have, like, you know, Blanka is like, I gotta see how Gene fights Chang. Bro, just build bar. Let him come to you, and then roll cancel react every single time. Right, and roll cancel electricity is just already so good. Even if he JDs, it's kind of like not really a big factor. Wake up level 1, interesting choice. I think that the reason why wake up level 1 works there is because you don't expect A group spending the level 1 bar.
Right, and it'll hit cross up as well. It was gonna beat the cross up and the stay in the front. And you know, he was probably thinking like, oh yeah, there's no way Scope is expecting me to do this.
Yeah. Look at that. And also he was also on 2P side, so he could get to the corner. And that's why you saw him Blanka ball to the corner, get to the back throw, which only can work on 2P side compared to 1P side, which will stay in the front.
Right. And by the way, I'm definitely still commentating right now. Hang on a second.
I just hear buttons. Ooh, go for the throws.
No, I can't do Shosho right now. I'm gonna practice later. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, it didn't sound like you were doing Shosho. It just sounded like you were just tapping the buttons.
Oh man.
No, 2P side's easy. Trust me, 2P side's easier.
2P side, huh? Okay.
Yeah, try second player side. It's way easier to do the show.
Okay, well, I mean, it's not going to be very easy for Scope right now. He's got to get the 2 more characters, and if, again, on block, he can't do anything, because obviously there's no alpha counter in this game, and so as soon as Gene gets that meter to activate, I mean, I think he might be dead. So he's trying to gain as much health back with those just defense as he can.
Oh, misses the throw. That's the Rugal standing neutral heavy kick. He tried to go for a forward throw, but didn't get it. That would have done so much damage, because a lot of throws vary on damage in this game. Oh, that should be the game. If he doesn't drop, this is the game. On 1P side as well, too.
There it was.
Yeah, Gene Wong taking over Silentscope 2-0 in the winners finals right there. You know, I like the fact that we do 2 out of 3 for winners.
Who made that formula? So.
Maybe because he's like the main chef at Universal Studios.
Yep.
But we're gonna have Asian Monkey versus Min this time around, and Min is, I would say, is the last East Coast player in this bracket. It's all been West Coast, I think, at this point.
I don't know if that was a roll cancel roll.
It might have been.
Right there. Oh, gets the knockdown. There we go. Command throw time.
Ooh, I like the roll. I also like the side switch, just to kind of like lose the charge for Bison. So the only thing he could have done is just wake up double reverse or head stomp.
Or maybe a roll cancel paint the fence.
Oh, maybe.
I've never seen anybody use like the light roll cancel paint the fence just as a weapon.
It's not it's not really like a thing. I know people do it like maybe in block strings. Like let's say they do roll cancel on your Oki. Right? Because then they get 3 hits of chip damage in that situation. But even then, people have stopped doing that because they realize the jab pressure, the jab strings are probably much better than going for this meaty paint defense.
Also, another thing too is I feel like roll canceling DPs I felt were always harder, but I'm not sure if that's just me or not.
It might be. I feel like you don't really see roll cancel DP. I only do roll cancel DP with Sagat if I'm about to die. Because I have no choice but to do that, you know what I mean?
Yep,
yeah,
see, I'm right here.
Out.
Yeah, there's no reason for either of them to attack at this point in time. And so, as a result, that means Min is going to get 0 health added. You see right there, nothing. He got no extra health for that. So, for Asian Monkey, there's no reason for him to die faster and even give Honda even a couple of pixels.
I mean, look what, lost half-life now.
Yeah, look what Honda's doing already.
See, this is where the Steve Harrison strategy just works. You just sit there. Yep. Like you were already doing with Bison, you might as well do it now because if you think about Minner has already built a meter for custom, so it's like you don't need to go force the kill. You just force Honda to come to you, react to him doing a roll, react to the headbutt, but now you're taking all this unnecessary damage that you shouldn't need to take.
And you can see why that a lot of fighting games these days don't have the fortress archetype anymore.
Yo, he lost mad health, bro. All of them just sitting patient.
And the only way that Asian Monkey can come out, actually, I was about to say, if he didn't get Min to spend his meter, but he spent it early, so I guess.
Oh, but he spends his, so that actually kind of works out.
Yeah.
I would say for both players, and now Min's gonna just chill back, crouching medium kick all day, random cycle crusher here and there.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that spend from Asian Monkey. I feel like that was one of those hero bursts, you know, from Guilty Gear, right? Like
it's one of those.
Yeah, like I'm gonna burst here because I can still win this. You know,
Yeah.
you're like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think Asian Monkey got a little bit thirsty just because he saw like, oh, Bison spent his bar. Now I can go for either chip damage or hit, right? So it's like one of those things where it's like, either way, it's gonna work out. But the thing is, Min was already jumping, so you kind of lose that ground custom ability from Sakura.
Yeah, I mean, I see in the chat, nerf Dictator. That's like one of the most legit, please nerf this character that I've ever seen. You know,
I mean, when he's broken, he's broken though.
Yeah. I mean, is he considered top 1? Because I would imagine so, right?
I gotta ask Boss, but usually Boss will always put like Sagat and Blanka as like the two overlords, and then Bison, Sakura, Geese is after that. But usually, like that's kind of where people put him because if you think about Bison's only really playable in this group, right, and A group, even though it's like even though it's super dangerous, like if you can avoid it, like there's always gonna be counterplay just because his neutral is not as safe. He's kind of risky with random cycle crusher, random scissor kick, so he doesn't really have a lot of safe stuff. But the thing is, he's just so cheap with the A group custom.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I should say A Bison might be the best character in the game, right? So. But he sucks without meters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he's super unsafe in everything he does, but it's just the custom that makes him strong, which can't make him the best character just by that alone.
Yeah, but you know, to be fair, nerf Blanka, nerf Sagat too. So, you know.
See, as a Sagat player, I feel like like I said, Sagat and Blanka players, they don't get along with each other. So I think Blanka's much more cheaper than Sagat because of roll cancel, you know. So
yeah. Oof. And it's interesting too because you know, I think about this a lot. I think about taking these games and balancing them and stuff, but like a lot of people would balance it by like, oh, just make paint the fence not work, and I don't want to do that. Like I don't like.
No, you can never balance. Yeah, no.
I don't want to take things away from people that they enjoy doing and stuff like that. And it's fine. Let paint the fence be kind of broken, but you know, you kind of want to nerf a few other things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to say. Like, I don't want to take away what people are capable of doing in this game. I just want to change kind of the result. Like, if there was a way to lower the damage on Paint the Fence, maybe.
Nah, bro. I don't want no nerfs. I want everything to stay the same. I feel like this is... the game has lasted for 25 plus years. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, if you don't want... It's kind of like the whole ST, and then you get your HDR or whatever, Ultra Street Fighter 2. Everyone's still playing ST, so it's similar to CVS2. I mean, they try to balance with EO, but everyone's still playing arcade version.
Don't get me started on HDR, okay? So, but I mean, would you want to see lower tier characters buffed, or just leave it how it is? And that's it.
Bro, lower tier characters are cooking now with roll cancel. We're good. we don't need anything else. We have roll cancel. We have K groove, the good old equalizer as well too. Like. The mechanics in the game and also roll cancel helps these other characters shine.
All right, fair, fine. So then I will just go back to buff Cammy and Super Turbo. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, because if you look at other games that try to do rebalances, when has there ever been a game that rebalanced and it's the more popular version? Like, I can't really think of any, really, or maybe there is. Might be.
I mean, every time they tried, they failed because they did it wrong, right?
Exactly.
So like, the third strike balance was wrong because they didn't nerf Chun-Li, but they nerfed the unblockable, right? And then
what do you mean they didn't nerf Chun-Li? Which version are you talking about?
The third strike, right?
The anniversary one?
No, not the anniversary. The one that was in the arcade where they took away the unblockables.
Oh, but her damage got lowered though. So you know.
Oh,
so
did it? Oh, okay.
She got a little bit nerfed, you know. Don't throw Chun-Li under the bus like that. Come on now.
Oh man.
Ooh, nice tech on the throw right there. Ugh. Forward throw. Look at that. Ugh. Look at that. How do you? This is a throw loop right there.
Yeah,
nice.
as I've always said, throw loops aren't broken inherently. They're broken if there's just no way to beat them up. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, I guess Mike Lee has a good one. Guilty Gear Accent Core Plus R is better than Guilty Gear Accent Core. That's probably the only one. Yeah, that seems like that's the only really important, really big one.
What do people think about BF5 Revo right now? Do they feel like that's better than the original?
I'm not sure. I can't tell if they're like, oh, this is the best version or better version, or they're just happy that this exists.
Right.
Like I can't tell. I'm not sure.
I mean, EO is not better than the regular version, right? Because the lack of roll canceling makes a lot of characters weak, right?
No, EO's cool for like, you know, like casuals and stuff, but I would be surprised if somebody runs EO tournaments. Like I would be super surprised.
Sorry, we are going hella off tangent, but that's what happens. There's just too much history to talk about.
Ooh, okay, here we go. But we got Min. Oh, he missed the combo.
That could have been it. Yeah.
No, that was definitely it. If he did stand light kick right there, scissor kick, activate customs, he would have won there. But now Asian Monkey has a chance to tie it up in this situation.
I forget. Can he do the jab link off of every scissor kick, or is it only heavy scissor kick?
No, he could do jab short into light scissor kick and medium scissor kick. He can't do heavy scissor kick.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, go ahead.
If he hits you with them, all three of them lead to custom jab.
Oh yes, all three leads into activate custom.
Oh, but mid screen, the light one is too far away, right?
Yeah, he has to do medium scissor kick for that one, and then you get stand strong after activation into heavy kick scissor kick, and then you're like pretty much in the corner.
Yeah. Okay. I remember mid screen there was a reason why you didn't do the light kick one mid screen. It just didn't reach.
Yeah, but you would have to try. You have to link like crouching jab into like low forward or stand strong into medium. So it's a little bit harder link compared to like lights into chains. Oh yeah, Min. The thing is, Min could chip out, but the problem is he's scared of Asian Monkey's activation.
Yep.
So that's why he's just chilling for a bit. I would probably just maybe Blanka ball, just like go for a little bit chip damage here.
Ooh,
a little bit too close, and there was the roll cancel Blanka ball. But if he blocked that, Asian Monkey would have been able to punish with activation, slide, and then do a full combo. And maybe it possibly would have killed there. Some of them only play online, and some of them retired, so we don't have many left actually.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't even know did Nestor play anything after? You know, like.
Bro, I saw Nestor randomly in Japan, and yeah, he's not playing. He's just chilling. Like he's just doing real life stuff now.
He was in Japan?
Not like recently, but I think it was like last year or something. But I remember seeing him recently, and he's just doing real life stuff. So he's not really playing. But I think the only person playing from that region is Smooth Cat. Yo, Silentscope is kind of cooking right now with this Chang.
Smooth Cat. What was it? Ilfonso, I think was his name.
Yeah, Smooth Cat. I remember he's still playing a bit.
Yeah, I remember Smooth Cat because I was really good friends with him just from the time we met at Evo. We would always have these great conversations. I like Smooth Cat, dude.
He's cool.
He's a Smooth Cat, dude.
Ooh, nice JD, yo. He's sweaty. My man wants that grand finals run back against Gene, but you can see kind of like the difference where like Min is playing a little bit more like kind of like methodical while Gene was like more active. Right. But we get the activation. Wow, Chang, the fall actually worked out. Yeah, there's no way the fall worked out.
Like the end of that super is really weird. Like it's just had some weird like hitboxes and stuff.
Yeah, that looks super funny in that situation.
But I mean, you can also see it too. Like Scope, I mean, you can see how slow that Chang really kind of is, right? Because like he's being pressured by Sakura, and the only thing that Scope has been trying to do is just defend, to find a way out. He wasn't even trying to counter poke at all.
Yeah, and even though Min was able to get the kill there, and then Silentscope took out like half life a bit. The thing is, Sakura is looking healthy on that A group, so she can easily equalize this life deficit with one activation.
He thought he got the punish too.
Yeah, there's that forced activation. No, drops it, doesn't get to show you, but the punish was very, very minimal, which is fine. Okay, nice. Go for the show. You can uppercut. If you do, that's gonna grab the wall press super.
Ow.
Yeah. Finest KO.
Got the big skull. Out of that super. It's always a sick super.
No, it's a great super. You don't really see the super too often, just because comboing into it's a bit harder than the kick super.
Please bring back custom intros. Please bring back custom intros.
I missed, custom intros was sick. I think the coolest one, my favorite one is Rugal and Guile. So
Yeah.
When they break the Guile statue, I think that's my favorite one.
I actually didn't even know the lore behind that one too. There's actually lore behind that. In that the original, I think was KOF.
94. Yeah, King of Fighters 94.
Yeah, they had all the statues in the background. And apparently, one of them just looked like Guile, kind of like SNK's way to like kind of jab at Capcom, right?
Yeah, and he breaks it, and he breaks the statue in the I think intro, I believe.
Yeah, so yeah, he actually. So now they have Guile just like Sonic Boom and cutting it in half. I think that's so cool.
Oh, okay. Nice. Go pick him up. Go for the throw. Take the throw. Oh, yeah, you can't block that. That was meaty cross up. Yeah. And right here, I think Minus here is like, I need to somehow escape, build bar, use Cycle Crusher, but can't use it too much. And that's why Silentscope is like kind of like walking back, because he's trying to bait the roll cancel Cycle Crusher in this situation. But he gets the activation. Now you got to guess. Activation. Nice block with the blow.
Wow.
Go for a throw attempt here. No throw attempt. We're just going to try to break the bar.
I mean, if you're Silentscope, you'll take that throw any day, right? So.
Oh my god, the head stomp. Is that going to hit? Roll out of it? Now we're even. One roll cancel. Can't throw a lot of fireballs here. Right. So it really comes down to, can you react with roll cancels, Cycle Crusher against the air dash?
The stand medium punch from Morrigan is so good in this game.
No, she has really underrated pokes, I think. Yeah. A lot of pokes are so active for her. Nice.
Try to throw.
Cancel Cycle Crusher, baby.
Cancel Cycle Crusher right at the end. Nicely done. I mean, you see a lot of people in the chat right now arguing between this EO and the regular and EO and the regular. And this is why, like, when I was talking to, Scope and Windy, like, I was just saying, like, we need to find a good middle ground. So it's almost like they need to make a new version play together, but that might not be the option, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, there's no reason to rebalance a 20-year-old game. I just, like, let it how it's supposed to be played. That's just how it is. Ooh. Okay. I like the stand jab anti with Chang right there. Yeah, the command throw whiff is so good because it's like, you should always go for it because the recovery on it is so minimal. Okay, using the Chang.
Throwing the Choi out there.
Open the throw right there. Electricity. Oh, he tries a JD, but I think he mistimed it. But we get the throw attempt there. Anti Choi, anti-air.
Yep. Kill the innocent.
Nice. And Silentscope's okay with this. I mean, the custom didn't really hit him, even though he's going to lose all his rage at the situation. This is still winnable for him. Oh, but doesn't JD the Blanka ball? That's why he got guard broken there.
And then just got really thrown right over there. But like I said, at least he didn't kill him with the custom. But look at that. I mean, Min's already built back half of that already. So.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Standing medium kick there.
Neutral with the standing medium kick. Okay.
Uh-huh. Oh,
nice.
roll cancel, Blanka ball.
Yeah.
I love Rugal's air move, but man, it just gets smoked by like reaction to with anti-airs or like DPs or roll cancel special moves. It's a great move, but it just gets blown up if you're ready for it.
I always loved fighting Rugal with Zangief because every time I saw it start up, I would just do the anti-air sweeper.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Here we go. And he's gonna break him early, so he's gonna be able to keep this going and get some decent damage. A lot of people
like
do
that.
throw the Tatsu at the end to make it easier to do the super.
Yeah, no, I thought when he did the Tatsu, he was going to try to link it off with like jab short DP, right? Just try to build some meter, but using the super right there to make it easier is pretty smart.
Yeah. Obviously, you can get more damage if you just go straight Shosho into it because you get more hits, but
Yep.
you'd rather guarantee the super than try to bait out a wake up.
Yeah. Okay, so this is obviously tough for Silentscope right now, so if he was able to bait out a custom, he would take that as a win.
Right. Because again, the meter is so important. Wow! That was like an Alpha 3 anti-air, dude.
Yeah, crouching strong from Rugal is a godlike anti-air if you're not ready with standing medium punch. Standing medium punch is also really good, but crouch medium punch like helps you if you're too late when you're using standing medium punch.
Live and let die.
Ooh. Oh, here we go. Morrigan. Morrigan has to be a little BPC. You see how Morrigan's not dashing a lot as much because he's like roll cancel. Not roll cancel, but activate custom is a factor. She is close to stun as well too. Nice DP right there. Now the stun is going down as well.
To be honest, if she does activate and hits Morrigan out of the air, that's kind of a win though.
No, that's a huge win. That's why he's waiting.
Yeah,
that's why he's waiting right here. Yep, again for the Tatsu. Plus on block. Goes for the throw. Has to take the meaty. Nice. Show. This is not going to kill, but it's going to do a lot of damage.
Oh, boy.
Look at that. Now we're going to run away. No, we're not going to run away, and that's why we die.
Interesting. Okay. So
see, that's why I would have run away there. Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of work here, man. So especially
it's possible.
against Bison.
No, I think it's possible just because he doesn't have custom combos available, right? So it's not like he has to worry about activate. He just has to worry about kind of like random Psycho Crusher, just like that, because that's a factor.
Yeah, the roll cancel Psycho Crusher is what I'm worried about, because that's just going to shut down Morrigan's dash, you know, the Morrigan's high-low game so well.
Yeah, yes. No, that's why he needed the knockdown early. If he got the knockdown early and he was hyping up chat so hard, right?
Yep.
I felt like such a disgrace at that point. But you know what? We're in grand finals. Let's go.
Oh man, that sucks. It's always the worst.
Yeah, they nerfed Dan. How did you nerf Dan from arcade to EO, bro? Come on, man. But look at that. We got Iori. Command throw. Almost stun. One hit away from stun, possibly. Yeah. That's why you see Min just blocking. Nice punish on the Rekka. Oh, the activation.
But he drops it. But still got the left-right mixed up there. So
yeah, nice usually you do DP heavy punch or roll, and that's the real cool part. You could cancel anything when you're in activation in A groove. Anything, even mechanics, you could cancel into.
Live and let die.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, nice roll again. Like I said, Iori, one of the hardest rolls to punish. I believe they said there was 2-frame window to punish his roll, which is pretty amazing, actually. Oh, that's a big punish right there. And it's from a jab heavy starter, too.
Yeah, no, I feel that way, too. I mean, it's like, I just think CVS2 Iori is so cool.
No, I think he's super cool. I agree with you.
It's like it's the most stylish, I feel like he's been, you know?
This DP right there. Yeah. And and you saw how he did head stomp into Devil Reverse right there. I think because of that was a negative edge. The priority system of special moves taking advantage, in my opinion.
All right, well, you know, Bison's usually one known for that standing heavy kick, but that time it was Iori, and look at this, Gene taking out 2 characters of this Iori. And I mean, you saw it in the tournament, right? Like, Gene was only like one of 2 Ioris that we saw. You know, he's a strong character, but you don't see him as much, I feel like.
Which is surprising. He's such a all-rounder character. Like, he could be played in like multiple grooves. Obviously, we saw N groove, C groove, and I love the fact that Gene Wong is spending the level 1s. It's so cool because normally like the norm of using A groove is like you don't spend your level 1s. You want to like always make sure that you have a custom available. So the fact that he's using level 1, it's kind of throwing off a lot of people's like kind of like meaty setups because he's just using it as a counter tool.
I mean, it was hard because obviously it was still early in the round, so Min got a lot of his life back anyway.
Nice. Okay, goes for the throw right there. Yeah, he didn't want to take the roll cancel electricity bait right there.
All right,
well, no check. Sweep again.
Custom. Oh, nice block. He reacted in time.
Yeah,
Min took the risk. God, hurt so much.
Then 78 hits, optimal damage right there with the safe jump as well too. He's Haohmaru. Roll cancel. Psycho Crusher. Watch, it's coming. It's coming. Don't swing. You know it's coming. There's no other reason why not to do it.
Oh man. Oh. Dude, Gene might actually still even take this.
No, I mean this is bonus life at this point, right? For Gene, this is bonus life. It's either way, no matter what, it's gonna happen.
So much damage right there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can see he doesn't get that much life back, even though he gets the whip punish, stand jab. Look at this. He's building so much bar from whiffing special moves. Roll cancel electricity, roll cancel electricity. Just building bar. Grabs the roll cancel electricity from the dash though. He said the combination attack.
Yeah, when you do that roll cancel electricity, it's so fast that I don't know what the actual data is, but like I gotta imagine Blanka runs out of invincibility like at the same time as that fierce lightning.
But the thing is, there's whiff recovery on the electricity. So if you know somebody's gonna roll cancel electricity, if you stay out of the range and you wait for it to end, you can punish it before he can block.
Right.
Right. And then there's also a little spot where like if you're a little bit too close and they're like, let's say they keep mashing electricity, if you try to press a button that's going inside of Blanka, like you're gonna get a trade. So you have to hit like kind of like from the tip, and that's how you don't get hit by the electricity.
Are we doing 3 out of 5 here, or is it still 2 out of 3?
This battle is about to explode.
I don't know. Everything's first of 2. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
CVS2, baby, let's go.
Yeah. Shout outs to Mint organizing everything right here, telling us all the juicy gossip.
Went for it again. Third Rekka just went for it again. If you block that, I mean, it's kind of what Jamie can do. He did it again.
Yeah.
No.
He's just throwing these bad boys out.
Oh,
which is kind of crazy because I feel like you can kind of interrupt it with roll cancel headbutt if he's ready, right, in that situation.
Oh
yeah, we're doing
some sort of lag spike or something.
Yeah, we're doing a coast to coast jab check. That's what we normally do, right? Just pressing jabs in the situation.
Because I mean, if it is where I think they're all playing from, I mean, you can't get much farther than San Diego and New York, right? Unless you go to Maine.
True. Ooh, headbutt again. Sure.
Oh god, and thanks to that, Min has been able to take a ton of damage here. Okay,
wow, that reached. I'm surprised to actually reach in that situation. You know, what a great way to possibly end this tournament for like match point for Gene, because he's on like literally the stage before you fight God, Rugal, and Shiranui.
Right, that's right. So all those KOF tournaments always get destroyed and blown up and debris and everything, and so yep, here it's doing the same. We got the dark clouds everywhere.
This is the last hit of the Rekka right there. Min, I mean, if he gets accustomed, he can kill Iori right here, but Iori, I mean, he's probably gonna slow play a little bit. Oh, he doesn't block in time. The crouching light kick activate, but drops the paint defense.
I mean, it's like we were talking about a little bit of the lag here, and you know, this is not like they messed up the net code unless people have more information than I do. But I mean, this is the farthest distance in North America, and like nothing is gonna make it feel like it's like next to each other when you're over 3,000 miles apart, right? So
yeah.
Oh, dude, Team Spooky with the raid. What's up, Spooky?
Yeah, shout out to Spooky, bro. Go for the one-hit scissor kick. Yeah, he's watching his boy Min, Team Spooky Min.
Okay, so my
grand finals.
My understanding here is that there might be some issues with the net code. So okay, let's go.
I'll say go for the Blanka right here. This is Min's last character right here. But his Blanka, I felt like he did the most of the work in general from even the last game. So we're gonna be able to see it. But if Min, I feel like plays a bit more careful, because if you look at Gene, he's gonna have bar. He has custom bar.
Oh,
nice
but the electricity!
Yeah, beats out of it.
Yeah, even during that, even it happened during the freeze too. Joe could get that thing out. That's right. Is Min in NorCal right now?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, I know Spooky lives in NorCal.
Right. Oof.
Okay, Blanka versus Blanka. Let's see what's gonna happen in this situation.
Yeah, and again, if Gene takes this one, that's it. He's the champion. But if Min is able to take this, he would still have to win one more just to reset the bracket.
Yep. Nice. I like the fact that Gene didn't challenge that Blanka ball right there, because roll cancel electricity would have definitely smoked his normal. Nice, crouching fierce again. Activate the roll cancel electricity, beats it, but drops the custom again.
Yeah, missed the neutral jump heavy punch and he was really fast, but
again,
still
yeah.
happened here.
I think when it comes to roll cancel electricities, Min is like one of the best to ever do roll cancel electricity.
Well, I mean, you see what he does with Honda, right? With the roll cancel hand. Same
nice. That
Yo.
was so expert, but he drops the combo, Gene Wong, and now Min's gonna just kind of just do roll cancel electricity just to build bar, just try to chip him out.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Yep, goes for the hop back to kind of reset neutral, and Min hop electricity takes it 1-1. We have another game.
All right. So here we go. 1-1. 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
So this is either going to be, tournament game or reset game here.
Yep.
Min looking strong here again. A lot of people are saying that, Gene might be one of the strongest players in CVS2 and NA right now, and Min right there behind him. So, are these two number 1 and 2 or number 2 and 3? I'm not sure. But
no, I mean, I definitely think, like, because how the way they've been playing and they kept up with the game, they're like super up there. Dostoy. Go for the 100 hands, 100 hands.
Oof. I swear, like I said, you have to preface the hands with like a whiff something, but I swear it just looks like Min gets them out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, his 100 hand slaps of Honda is just so good. Like the way he like mask it, it's like hard to kind of tell. Wake up level 1 though, taking something from Gene Wong's book. Oh my god, double command throw, run it back. Bait it.
We got throw loops in the house, baby.
He's a Dom tie. Because you can't quick rise command throws.
Live and let die.
Nice, good block, but he thought it was a cross-up, I think. That's why he got hit right there.
Okay. I thought he was baited into trying to press a button when he saw that roll. But yeah, you're right. He might have just turned around. No, that roll cancel hand gonna save his life for just 1 second. But nope.
No, that was smart. That was actually smart from Min, because if you saw what Gene was doing, he was just doing paint defense to build bar. So you might as well let just Honda die in that situation, because Gene was already at full life. So the thing is, meter is so important for Bison. You don't want him to just build it just effortlessly.
Right. Block that scissor kick, didn't try to counter it. What the hell? Autocorrect Psycho Crushers?
I think that was negative edge, unfortunately. I think he tried to do forward throw, but got Psycho Crusher instead.
Yep.
Low forward right there. Scissor kick wasn't close enough for the custom. Again, the low forward right there.
Yeah, I mean,
one hit.
Gene is about to gain his custom, and then it's going to be really scary for either player to try anything.
Yeah, that nice activate anti-air custom right there. Oh, but he like crossed himself up, unfortunately, and now Min gets the custom right here and able to take out his Bison, and now he's looking healthy. He's looking super healthy now.
Such a sick start. Because the thing about it is people don't understand, when you activate the custom like that, if you jab someone out of the air, it's an air reset. It doesn't knock down, right? I think it only knocks down if it's already a juggle. And so, like, that's why you cancel into the paint the fence. Because you can juggle when they're reeling on their way up. And so the paint the fence hits fast enough. And then that's a knockdown. So then you can do the whole combo.
Yeah, misses the punish. Tries to use scissor kick. Tries to get 2 hits, but I think he got a little bit too greedy. I would have definitely just done Psycho Crusher, just get the counter hit damage right there. Psycho Crusher, he could activate there, but still gets a slide punish, still looking good. forces the throw, didn't want to challenge because dash custom was a thing, and beats the alpha counter. We have a reset.
You've been saying it all day that Blanka's alpha counter is so bad.
No, but that was crazy though, because usually like Blanka's alpha counter loses to like multi-hitting moves. Bison just straight out beat it with stand heavy punch. Like, I'm like, god damn, that I didn't know it was that bad, but that was terrible because Blanka's standing, that Blanka's alpha counter is his standing heavy punch. So like he doesn't do up ball, which should have been the case if you think about it, but he doesn't do any of that. So it's really surprising that his alpha counter was a standing heavy punch choice.
All right, but as you said, reset grand finals. Still gonna be 2 out of 3 in this last set. Min trying to show that East Coast is the best at CVS2. Trying to take out Gene Wong.
I don't think East Coast was ever the best in CVS2 though. That was kind of like a NorCal. Like NorCal definitely had even though Ricky was kind of like East Coast for like at least 4 or 5 years, you know, you have to think about it. Like you have to think about it that way, you know.
It's true. Ricky was out in New York during a lot of CVS2, right?
No, I will correct you. Ricky was in East Coast when CVS2 came out.
Oh, okay.
The first CVS2 tournament that ever happened was at NEC Major. Ricky was already there at East Coast, so Ricky learned how to play CVS2 in the East Coast. If you really want to dig deep.
Yeah, I accept that. I accept that because I remember when Ricky first came out for MVC2 to take on our MVC2 champion Alex Valle, and you know we were all counting Ricky as East Coast. We were all describing her as East Coast, like East Coast, East Coast, you know. But obviously Ricky was NorCal most of the time. So
yeah, no, I think the funniest story was kind of like, so like there was the FGTV house, and then Ricky and Calmafine were arguing kind of like who's the overall best in North America in CVS2, and Calmafine would be like, no, he was the best in blah blah blah. Ricky would be like, no, she's the best and everything like that. So then they call me up, right?
Oh no!
And they're like, yo, who do you think is overall the best player in North America? And I straight up said me, because like I was like, I only lose to Ricky, but every person that Ricky lost to in Japan, I beat before. Ricky couldn't beat any of the Japanese players, but I was able to beat all the Japanese players. I just lose to Ricky every year I Evo. I make top 8. Who'd you lose to? Ricky twice. That was most of the time. So, you know, sometimes I lose to like a Combo Fiend here and there, but most of the time I only lost to Ricky twice at Evo. That's crazy when you think about it. So if you think about it, Ricky, I was better than you. You just beat me. You just counter me. Sometimes low tier characters beat top tier characters. That's what it comes down to.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, you were the wrong person to call to get that opinion.
Yeah,
from.
they shouldn't have called me. They messed up. I gave them the facts. You know, they talk about regular stuff, but I come in with the factual arguments.
You'll see at the end of those customs, they always use like the medium button and the light buttons because they hit faster. And like I said, towards the end, it's about quantity because at that late in a custom combo, everything's doing 100 damage, no matter if it's a heavy or a light. So that's why, like, even those combos where you could do like Ken forward heavy, or like you could do heavy kick, heavy kick, heavy kick. You would change to the slide eventually because the slide was faster, right?
Yeah.
You do like heavy kick for like 5 hits and then change to the slide.
Oh, here we go. Random Fatal Fury music in the background. Do you hear the Fatal Fury music?
I do.
Ooh, roll cancel
That's
wreck
the
up,
train
leading to
stage,
activation.
right?
Yep.
It's the Terry themed train stage. Oh, roll cancel Rekka to just go right through the Devil's Reverse.
Yep. Punishes again the scissor kick right there. The activation doesn't happen, but we get the uppercut here. Are we gonna go for it? Are we gonna miss? Nice alpha counter for Bison.
Oh,
Gets to
he
punish
thought
it. Yeah, it actually worked out a bit.
Oh, he tried to get out.
Yeah, but didn't have enough charge for the crouching medium tick times 2.
But wow, the Bison comes through for Min. I mean, he's got no health left, so I don't know what he's gonna do to this fight. But you know, if he could just build a little meter and get a single hit, that would be such a huge win for Min.
Nice punish.
Oh, he didn't activate.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised Min didn't activate right there because that was guaranteed at least like 80% of the health.
Right.
But now he could kill though. If he gets the hit, he could definitely kill. He's in the prime position where he has him in the corner. Maybe a dash throw possibly can be a factor. But I think Gene will probably Psycho Crusher if he gets too close. Nice defensive jump out. Yeah, defense. Gene's gonna just take that. Wow, he alpha countered there. I'm surprised he alpha countered. Maybe he was scared that the guard gauge was a little bit too low.
Yeah, but I mean that is a little unfortunate because that means that Gene actually lost that as well. Was that a roll cancel autocorrect Psycho Crusher?
Yeah, roll cancel autocorrect Psycho Crusher.
Oh,
that was the virtual hero v Ranger with the rage.
Yeah, Scope is actually saying that Bison doing that on Bison is harder for some reason.
Okay. Even though, because I feel like maybe mid screen, but like he was so close to the corner that I felt like I would have went for the risk. But you know what? I'm not a Bison player, but it just seems like it felt right to go for that.
Ooh, got the back hop right there.
Nice back throw. Back throw does more than forward throw. Back throw does more than forward throw.
Oh, he went for the Blanka ball.
Yeah, I think that maybe that was input error because you know how sometimes in A groove you don't have to do charge.
Right. Yeah, it might have just been a turnaround accidental Blanka ball. But now this match has gone full just like wild animal safari here, dude. Like these guys are going crazy. That was supposed to be roll cancel electricity after that hop.
Gene with the activate. Oh, he could have supered. Nice roll cancel electricity. Blocks his roll cancel electricity. That was a throw. Yes for game for roll cancel. Oh, but doesn't get it.
Bro, I have no idea what was happening at the end. That was such a scramble.
It was scary because if Min was able to pull off roll cancel electricity against Gene's meaty crutch light kick, then Min would have won there. It would have hit the crutch light kick, but it was just a gamble in general, right? So that was really guess for game. That's why you saw him take the hit because he went for the roll cancel electricity in that situation.
All right, here we go. Gene with game number 1.
But yeah, that game was kind of wild. It was a lot of throws. The amount of kick throws was just insane.
Now, are they on the same side here? Or did they switch sides? Oh no,
no.
Yep.
Yeah, usually because they're rematch, right? So
right.
Live and let die.
You can always tell thanks to the Honda and the Iori.
Nice, checking the dash right there. Autocorrect headbutt, but the Rekka is a factor. Yeah. Oh wow, 100 hand slap loses to the second hit of the Rekka.
Interesting. Oh, that caught him out of the air. Very fortunate for Min.
Yeah, he baited it too, and he still got hit.
Yep.
Nice. Throws out of the roll right there. Roll cancel fireball. Rekka. I think that might have been punishable because it was so close.
Yeah, oh, what a smart choice to custom in the air. I was about to say, like, Min was doing a great job because he had a big life deficit. Was able to catch that up, but does get Gene to spend that meter. So that's very important. So even though you lost that first character first, Gene coming into this with 0 meter is a big deal.
Yo, shout outs to my man Fred Chuck Dave. You see, I'm telling you the facts, bro. Wong did put boss and loser in the past decade, which I don't think any other NA players. Thank you. Let's just talk about the facts, please. Thank you. Some respect. Online ass CVS2 players. Come on now. Ooh, Rekka. Here we go for command throw.
Oh my god.
Psycho Crusher. You gotta always watch out for the Psycho Crusher, man. That's the hard part.
Dude, and it starts up fast too. Like it just hits. It's always a jump scare, you know, when you get roll cancel Psycho Crusher like that.
Oh, nice, stand strong right there. Scissor kick. Ooh, low forward right there. Oh, big punish. There's the punish right there from Gene. Oh yeah, Choi definitely has beaten boss at like Evo 2008. That was the grand final. That was actually godlike.
And here we go. This is it. This is a tournament point essentially for Gene. If he can take out this Blanka, I mean, Min really well done to reset the bracket here. So he still has this chance.
Just jump strong right there. I mean, like I said, Min's best character is Blanka by far. Like the amount of roll cancel electricity and succession of it is definitely, I would say, much higher than Gene. But Gene is just more, his movement in terms of just like, navigating towards like the screen, jumping out, seeing the defensive pressure and everything is really good. Wake up level 1.
Wow, but it didn't kill? I mean, he couldn't even punish it. But that's Bison's little floating jump right there, right? So.
Nice.
Oh, roll cancel electricity.
I'm telling you.
Dude, that thing is so good.
Yeah, yo, shout outs to Vicious. I mean, Kim1234 beat Boss at Evo West 1 year if that counts. Kim1234 is definitely underrated. People don't give Kim1234 his props, but he definitely won that stacked Evo West tournament over everybody in the West Coast.
Dude, the best part about it is that was one of the ones that I had recorded, right? So I had it on tape, and he was like, "When are you digitizing it? When are you digitizing it?" I was like, "I'm busy. I don't know if I have time."
Oh my God. Activation to chase down, but I think that's okay. Gene is comfortable just taking that. But the throw, missing the roll cancel electricity.
Now no custom combo for this comeback. He's got to chip away at this life, but the roll cancel electricity.
Uh-oh.
There's his own wake up.
Yeah, I would just Blanka ball. You could afford the Blanka balls. Because it's like 2 chips of Blanka balls actually will kill Min, if you think about it.
Yep.
Oh, what a both through! They both doing that roll cancel electricity. That's crazy. Uh-oh.
He's so scared to do the block. Oh, the light Blanka ball finds its mark. And Gene Wong, aka Rational Gate, is your TNS CVS2 champion.